Right.
Hey, give us something.
So give us some context.
Like, you want me to pray for this, your fucking brother that just shot my cousin? No, why would I pray for that?
Right.
I want him to go to jail, actually.
Right.
Well, you've seen them stats, correct?
But
I'm sure y'all have.
Well, before we get too deep,
are we in it? Oh, I thought we were
this
just
is
talking.
episode 49 of the Noahidols podcast.
Facts. Don't got a number for y'all. Fuck that number game.
50 is the last one.
Really? Okay, so 50 is our last podcast. This is Troublesome. You're Troublesome today. You are Lord of Lips, and this is Joe.
Why would
and I'm Shane.
He has never been Lord of Lips. And why do you get to be Shane?
Because I'm always
007. We never came up with another nickname, but we will.
That's literally like that's when the day I realized you were the worst at making nicknames.
How?
That's okay.
It stuck. 007.
No, it only stuck because you keep sticking it.
We'll give you another nickname.
That's like a sticker that keeps
We'll
falling
give
down.
you-
You put it in the back.
We'll give you another
The stick on the
nickname.
back is done at this
Let
point.
it drop.
We'll give you another nickname somewhere down the line here.
But yeah, that's annoying because
You don't get to talk first.
yeah, I do.
Yeah, that's last thing.
Because it's annoying once when it looks like you want attention.
Right.
And I'm trying to give it to you, you won't let
Right.
me.
Right. Well,
Don't get mad if that's what it looks like you're asking for, and I'm trying to be, respectful.
Exactly.
Right.
And
And
say, yo, so
What's going on,
everything
man?
good?
Like, right.
Although I do. hate
Don't
to
worry
talk.
about it.
I've never been the what happened person on it.
Me neither. Me neither.
No, they're the worst too.
Well, I've definitely been like how today in the group chat I said, "Hey guys, what happened in Springfield?"
Yeah,
But that's
I'm a what's
different.
happened, but amongst like
yeah.
That was
not on the
different.
status, not like that. Because
I was about to do the exact same thing, but I found out myself.
Right.
But because I seen it all, and I'm like, let me figure it out. But I know these guys will know. That was my first initial thought, was to go and ask you guys, but then I figured it out.
Yeah, it's always an eerie feeling in like the city when somebody passes. Yeah, especially
I think
because it's so close knit
It,
community.
it touches a lot of people.
What you said earlier
Yeah.
About what?
about why we deserve well, not deserve, maybe that's the wrong word. He's basically said that when people act like when people put statuses like that, it's like it's not. We should be allowed to know if someone died in our community. Like it's not like
Yeah, that's not out of the realm
this is
of.
our community. Like I said, like Chloe just said that.
To an extent. I mean, I understand what you're saying. If it's been as public as it is.
That.
Well, yeah. If
that's
you don't
the-
want it public, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
If you want like,
But if you make it public and stuff like that,
Right.
and you open and you subject yourself to questions,
And
like
then
you
don't wanna
said, then
talk
don't
about
be
it.
mad about the questions that you're subjecting yourself to questions by making it public.
Right.
Or making it about yourself, really, but whatever. And this isn't like about
Yes.
anybody particularly.
Yeah.
But it is an idea that was, birthed off of stuff that happened. But I hate when people act like, they close off when you ask them a question on what they're wanting you to pray for or whatever. Like that always has boggled my mind.
I mean, some people, it's just a tricky game that you play because some people just don't really know how to grieve properly. Or they lash
I would
out,
agree.
or-
I would agree.
So, I mean,
or
it's just a.
I think that social media has changed a lot too
That.
of
For sure.
how people
That.
grieve.
but,
For sure.
but- or people want to be fake mad
Fake upset.
about something. That's also a thing. Wanting to be mad about. You can want to be mad about something. You
Yeah.
can want to. It's being a victim. Like
People like being victims.
people love
People
being
like
victims.
throwing pity parties.
Yeah, because some stuff doesn't have. It's not your pain to take on, but you can make it your pain.
They wanna
But
be-
like
some
you
people
said,
wanna
some
be a
people
part of
grieve
it.
differently. So it is a fine line, and it's tricky because you never know. But I don't know. That's always been one of my pet peeves when people get mad about asking about prayers or whatever, or what you're praying about. It doesn't make sense to me.
Because I do want to know what's going on.
I would love to know so I can pray for you. And also, what my biggest point when I was telling Hunter that is that I know I don't share the same beliefs as everybody, but the power in prayer is actively doing something about certain things. Like there's not a fucking mystical God that we're praying to where that's going to
100 people
fix
say- right.
going to fix anything. Okay,
Right.
what will fix anything is if you let everybody know what the fuck's going on, then they can get together. We can pray and we can also figure out what the fuck we need to be doing. I don't know, maybe raising awareness of something or raising funds for a funeral or something like that. But if everything's a secret and we're praying to some God that is not going to drop no money out the sky,
Right.
it does nothing.
Right.
It's not how that works. But whatever, I digress.
I don't know why I started the podcast with death and sadness. That was my bad. I was thinking, how did we get here? Oh, me.
Yeah, nice.
All right, Mr.
But I
Dylan.
mean, I guess what day was that? It's Friday, Saturday. I can't remember. One of these days is my grandma's birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah,
Happy
Sweet.
belated.
Yeah, happy belated to my grandma. It was either Friday or Saturday. Went over to my grandma's house and I was just gonna pop up on her and say what's up. But I ended up staying there for like 3 hours just because we got to talking. And my grandma is a huge foundation for like my spiritual belief, my religious upbringing and stuff like that. And her point was talking about prayer and stuff like that, and how people. She has a prayer room like in her closet. She has like pictures of people that she prays for every day. She has like a bulletin board. And I asked her, I said, Grandma, what do you? Because I said the thing I don't really do the best. What she does is she says every morning she tries to start her day 10 minutes of hitting her knees and praying. And I just asked her like, what's the significance of really doing that? And she was just saying like you are surrendering, and not only are you surrendering like what you said, you're actively doing something. It's different to kind of lay there and pray.
Yeah, there's real ways you're supposed to pray.
Yeah.
I mean, it's actually in religious texts and stuff like that. It's disrespectful to pray the way that some of us pray. It's actually you're supposed to turn a certain way.
Islam, right?
You're supposed to bow your head.
Exactly.
Because you're supposed to be surrendering yourself and offering repentance and stuff like that. And there's positions that you need to be in to be accepted for repenting for your sins and stuff like that.
She said there's often times where she would just lay on the ground flat like this, forehead on the ground, like praying, just down. I'm just like,
no, that's funny.
I guess if that's funny. If that's what you do, but it was interesting talking.
I can definitely see how that can help someone. I mean, that's same for kind of. I bet anybody who woke up every single morning, the first thing they did was meditate.
Meditate, yeah.
I guarantee their days are. I kind of put meditation and praying to your God. It's not the same thing, but it's one in the same.
It's one in the same.
It within offering peace to yourself. You know what I mean? So I definitely try to do that. Except it's hard for me to wake up early in the morning and then calm my mind because I'm tired.
Yeah.
Like that, you know what I'm saying? I know you're a puffy-eyed bitch. So when you wake up, imagine you like sitting down, like trying to focus on being calm.
You're going to fall asleep.
Right.
You're going to fall asleep.
Sitting
And
down.
God's like, wipe the fucking sleep off.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Right.
So I can definitely see how that can. I mean, your whole days, if you wake up on that, the rest of your day, you don't have no worries. It's like
I wouldn't say no worries. But
but you, like you said, she's surrendering herself at the very beginning of the day to put her stresses in the Lord's hands. So to this day,
it belongs to the Lord.
She said sometimes she'll just pray like, Lord, I don't want to be tempted today.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
Please, can I just have a good day?
Right.
A great day. So
But,
it was good talking to my grandma.
Yeah, it's definitely good. And
it was the first time I had in a long time.
Just for conversational purposes, like, where do y'all stand on that?
On what?
Y'all individually. Like, do you think that our days could be affected by prayer, like the outcome and stuff like that? Or do you think just good and evil, the yin and yang of the universe is going to work, it's going to happen?
I think
regardless?
kind of what you said earlier, like when you wake up intentional, with anything, that's what you're going to focus on for the rest of that day. Or at least a majority of that day. If you wake up immediately talking to your creator and you're like, I'm going to have a good day. Like, thank you in advance. I'm going to have a great day.
Right.
Yeah, because so now your mind is different. Now it's
your
different
perception.
than I always get mad when I wake up in the morning and I have to go. I'm like, bro, I do not want to go.
Your day's changed.
It's
fresh.
changed.
It's a way different day than when Shane wakes up saying, "Let's go."
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
Two different
completely
moves.
Yeah, my dad used to always say, you create your own heaven, you create your own hell.
And I was just about to say, when you posed that question, to me, how you worded it kind of is like putting one against each other when it's kind of the same to me. Because, yeah, there is a yin and yang and bad energy throughout the world, but I also believe in you put out your own energy. The energy you put out is the energy you get back. So, yes, there might be a yin and a yang, but that's not to say that yin and yang's happening to you. There could be the yin and yang in the universe for the person who didn't do something. Maybe he's getting the bad for anything, and you're putting out that good energy, and you're the good energy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not saying bum, but there's rich people. There's opposites in everything from anything.
Yeah, that's the way the universe operates.
Exactly, and it's not necessarily within ourselves when it could be. But maybe that guy's just a piece of shit guy, and he does piece of shit things, and he deserves bad karma. And then there's people like who I don't want to say us, but us, who I think that we all do good. We all have good intentions, and you know.
So you can definitely manifest a good day.
Yeah, for sure. For 100, I believe so.
Okay.
Because it's
I
a
think
mindset.
you
It's a
can
mindset.
manifest.
Okay.
And you can manifest
Okay.
bad days.
Yeah.
I think most of that shit is manifested. And
But so would y'all say then a typical day is neutral, and how you perceive the day is off of your perception of the day? Could you say the day is the day? It's going to happen. This stuff happens every day.
Right.
You just
And
may
it's
not
just how
pick
you
up.
react to it.
You may not pick up on it. There is a bad day or not a bad day every day, but it's a day every
neutral
day.
day. It's a neutral
bad stuff
day.
happens,
Good.
good stuff happens.
Yeah.
It's just
How you're reacting to it. That's how I think of it. Is so how
And
if
that's
you
what
wake
it
up
is.
in a good mood, bad stuff still happen that day.
right. But low
you
key,
can
but low key there be days where it's like, okay, y'all trying to fuck with me.
for
My day, what day was that? Where I'm like, y'all. It was like last Friday. I'm like, somebody out there trying to make this a bad day for me. It was like everything after another. I'm like,
But that's
It's almost a joke.
And
Yeah, it's almost
but
like,
it's funny.
bruh.
So if you wake up already, like this day is
done.
terrible.
Oh, the chance of you having a bad day.
But
are
with
very
it,
slim.
like if he woke up that same day and said like, nah, today's gonna be a good day.
And all those things
And all
happen. You're
of
like,
it, you can like, nah, it's gonna like.
no, that be happening.
Yeah.
I don't wake up. When I wake up and shower and stuff like that, I'm on a neutral.
Well,
But I've taught over the years and stuff like that. When I'm in those situations, like whenever that was, I was telling myself, I was joking with myself, like someone's trying to make this a bad day, and I'm in my brain, I'm telling myself, I don't let that shit affect me
Exactly,
my whole
I was about to
day.
say.
I don't let it affect my whole day at all.
if your mindset is in a good mindset at the beginning of the day, then problems ain't gonna be as big as problems.
exactly.
As in, if you wake up in an irritated
Like,
mood,
of course
and every
this
little
happened.
problem gonna be like, what the fuck?
yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of
You're already irritated.
I mean, right.
You knew this was coming and you're still mad about it.
Right.
Right.
And like it's the same for like people that wake up and like when you envision something happening, like my grandma for instance saying some days I don't want to be tempted today.
Right.
Now you've already put yourself in a mindset to identify every temptation that's coming.
Exactly.
So
when I
that's
see-
the thing. Some people pray like, thank God I talked to God today because that temptation was going to come. Well, no, that was already going to happen. You just already talked about it. You already
And
are
you're
aware
prepared
now.
that this was coming and I'm gonna.
And if I do, no, I already know that.
Well, see, in
I'm
a
not
way,
gonna
I
take this.
don't want to like. I was kind of explaining to my brother Daniel. In a way, I think that we are God. This sounds some really weird. In a way, I think we are. It says that we're created in the image of God or in the
Yes.
image of Jesus. So I think that in a way, we are God. So when we're manifesting and we're praying to ourselves to like become our best selves. It ain't necessarily you talking to a man with a beard
Yeah, he
and
has a
hoping.
secretary.
It's not that. It's you. That's why actions follow behind prayers, because you're praying to yourself, saying, "This is what I want to happen. This is what needs to happen. I'm putting out good vibes. Now go do these things," and that's how prayers manifest. So
I saw something on Twitter. It said y'all replaced prayer with manifestation, and I don't like that.
Yeah, I was weak as fuck.
But
I seen that.
to me, it kind of I understand it, but I think people separated the two.
right.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
I was about
Yeah,
to say,
people
it's the same
people
thing.
separated the two like they are
It's the same.
different. Like you
It's
can
the
pray
same.
for things that manifest later. They're not.
I hate how
manifested this or
I hate
prayed
how-
for this.
Right.
I don't like the trend of, and I know I've said it before, but I don't like the trend of, well, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual.
Right.
It's like, well,
Like
first
what?
off,
Yeah.
no, you're not. Like, you're just saying that because no, you do neither of the two.
Exactly.
Right.
You don't manifest nothing.
Right.
I hate when people say that. I really do.
You
If
practice
you're a good one at that thing, it's all the same.
it's all the same. You want peace in this world. You love. And like it's simple shit. It's really simple shit. It's really simple shit. It's like when you were a kid and your grandparents said, "Eat your fruits and vegetables."
Right.
Right.
And you was like, "Grandma, shut up, give me
Right,
my
I
candy."
don't
Like,
want
I don't
that.
care what you're talking about.
And then
Candy, sweets.
and here we are 30 years later wanting our vegetables.
Or telling our kids, "Eat your fruits and vegetables."
You still you don't fuck with vegetables? So.
Yeah, but whether you do or not, you'll tell your kids.
Well,
Because
speaking of,
because you know that's what the fuck, that's what's supposed to happen. That's what you're supposed
you
to.
gonna tell your kids to eat your fruits and veggies?
Of course.
Okay,
Welcome
great.
to fatherhood, brother.
Welcome
Thank
to
you.
fatherhood.
That was a good
Man,
segue.
It was a great segue. We
I've
shouted
been
him
a
out on the last
father
podcast, but now he's here.
for 3 years.
Huh?
Excuse me?
Well, what'd you just say? You've been a father for 3 years?
Who has?
I'm saying.
That'd be crazy.
I was about to say that'd
I would be like, I'm done.
I'm sorry.
I'm done.
Shane, because I don't know nothing about
But
Shane.
a lot of stuff will make sense. A lot of
stuff.
stuff will make
And
sense.
show me a picture of his dog, I'd be like,
But a lot of stuff will make
You're
sense.
like,
But a lot
get
of
the
stuff
fuck
will-
I'm
real.
cool, bro. You had a dog 3 years. I'm fucking cool.
And it's not even the fact that you lied about it. It's the fact that you got it off.
Right.
You really got that off.
Right.
A father,
I can't be
though?
around you if you're duping me like that.
Dude. Yeah.
Man, I would
Because you
be
got
pissed at
super
myself.
dude.
I would be.
Like, how did it get
I got
past
more
you?
pride in myself.
How'd it
I
get-
got
how'd
way
that
more
get
pride in
past you? You guys
myself.
spent
No
so
way.
much time with
But it would explain a lot.
But I do have a dogger, so.
A
got a
dog, stop.
A what?
A girl dog.
I hate people like you.
That's okay.
So what do you call that thing up there?
A monster.
Okay.
Billy.
He's the worst.
Yeah.
He's the
Well, you
worst.
know,
I do
you
call
created that.
him my son. I say,
Yeah.
oh buddy, or I
When
call him
apple
buddy.
don't far fall from the tree.
I call him buddy.
3 weeks into fatherhood.
How you like
nice. It seems like longer than that. There's no way it's
Right?
only been 3
It'll be a
weeks.
month
There's no
Thursday.
it?
way.
Yeah.
It'll be a month Thursday.
There's
And
no way.
time is just, I don't fucking know.
So what's changed?
Sleep.
Yeah, without a doubt, sleep's changed. But
But is that thing real? Like, come on, someone tell me. I need someone to tell me it ain't as serious as people. are
Right.
making.
No,
I need somebody.
I'm
to say
telling
it.
you right
Right, 'cause
now,
everybody's
it's
like-
that serious because the kid has to. This nigga wants to get up and eat every 2 hours.
But that's a real thing. Like, y'all mean every 2 hours?
Every 2 hours.
Like, even during sleep time?
Yes. He don't just sleep from 11 to fucking 8.
Dang it, they don't.
No. And even if he is asleep, you
I'm
gotta
not
wake him
having a
up.
kid.
What is this?
Sorry.
Like, what
That's
is? But
Nice little like.
yep, sleep.
Go back to it later.
I really love him.
Oh,
Is that Megan Thee Stallion?
No.
That's what I thought was.
Bro, they was calling Megan Thee Stallion Megatron. Why would they call her Megatron? That is hilarious.
Love him.
Yeah, her gay boyfriend's making me want to puke. All right, anyways, what were we talking about?
My son.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
It's all right, man. He's a good kid.
So he really wakes up at like 12, 2, 4,
yeah, he,
6.
honestly, he stays up all night.
That is awful.
He sleeps throughout the day, way better than he does at night.
I want to know your mindset change.
No, that's
If there is
awful.
one.
It is, but it's not as what I thought it was going to be. You know how when
You think like, oh my god.
Yep, nope,
My life's gonna be just so crazy.
yeah, well, I mean, a lot of times people talk about it like as soon as I set eyes on him or her,
Right.
everything changed like
Right.
that. I'm like,
that didn't happen.
that didn't happen at all. I was like, what is?
Oh, cool.
Yeah, like this is my son. This is crazy.
Right.
Like I have a kid right now. Like I looked at him, my eyes teared up or whatever. But I mean, like shit. I felt like a crazy, overwhelming amount of responsibility though. Like, and that shit sucked.
So did you feel how? Because I'm like how women have
That
that part of
sucked. I didn't have
for
like.
yeah, I know exactly. But you know how and this is us. Toby's kind of when he had the blind
Depressed.
sign, he's depressed. He was like, you're being. I see you being such a great mom, and I don't really kind of feel like, yeah, this is my
Like
son or anything, but I don't feel like you're so natural. I see you, and you're just so natural at it, and I just feel out of place with it. Is that, have you felt that at all?
Not for me. I feel like I was born for this.
All right.
For me, yeah, like I don't know. It came so easy. Like I mean, even when he cries, it's like
Whatever.
it's what babies fucking do. It's all right. It's not driving me nuts or anything like that. I've learned throughout these 3 weeks exactly what he likes though. So this man loves music and he loves it loud as fuck.
Really?
And then he goes to sleep. And as soon as you try to pause it,
Wakes up.
he wakes up.
That's
Like, what the
crazy.
fuck is going on? This ain't what I want. Turn that shit back on.
Well, was he like when
Crazy.
when she was pregnant with him? Was she playing like
That's what she says. So
that? Man,
I mean, maybe that's what it is, but he loves music. And then anytime I put him in the car, all it takes is about 5 minutes. He's done for. Music playing though, but if the music's off, he's up pissed. So it's not really the car; it's that music, man.
That's crazy.
And so I bought like when he was still
Give him some AirPods.
when
Right, go to sleep, youngin'.
when he was still
that'd be crazy. Just
before he
forcing
was
the baby to have
born.
AirPods the whole time. Like,
He
bro.
we bought this expensive ass swing or whatever, and it was like $250, and this nigga hates it. But then I went to Meyer the other day, bought this $20 bouncer that vibrates. His
Love
favorite thing. Put him in that, turn the music on,
He's good.
happy man. Goes right to sleep.
I know you never really know until you know.
He's
It's
a
like I
fuck-
just spent $250 on you. Thought I was getting you something right and nice, and you don't like that. You like the $20.
I know what he's the worst for that. Like, goddamn, I would love $250
He's a
right
single
now.
man.
He is.
Do
He's a
you
lot
have
like me.
any? It's a question for all of us, but Chloe answers first because he has a son. Do you have any insecurities about yourself that you're not
That I
scared or nervous to pass down to your son?
Um,
Like we all, I'm sure, pretty sure we all have traits about ourselves when we want in our kids. Like I can't wait till they get them. But it's like, what's the shit about you that's bad that you're like, damn, I hope they don't get that. Because I'll be salty if they get that.
I'd have to think about it.
You go first because I'm trying to see. I'm
Yeah.
trying to gauge.
I mean, I understand what you're
I
saying.
definitely understand. I would have to
But I
think
don't
about it
think
because
like
it's not even that I don't think it like that, but I'm a really.
I don't think it works like that. Is what I'm saying.
No,
That's,
but I think
like,
it
I don't
does.
think like I have something, so they'll get it. Like
Not all the time, but certain things are genetics.
yeah.
genetically, but that's like disease.
No, but it's different, man, because you could be, I was talking to my grandpa this weekend, and my uncle, his son, has two daughters that he's not in their lives, but my grandpa's still in their lives. And he takes his granddaughters out when he does, he takes them out or whatever. And he said that he was with my little cousin Bella, and she does so many things that my uncle does, but she didn't learn it from him because he was never around her.
Right.
It's it has to come down to genetics at that point.
It does.
There's definitely stuff like that.
It just has to come down to it. And I look at my son, and he makes different facial expressions that I make or whatever. He flares his nose like I do, and I'm like,
I'm saying like there's people with anger problems that pass down. Like there's stuff like that, or mental depression, or stuff like that do get passed down.
Well,
genetics.
that's a disease.
That's the disease, though.
I guess it is a disease.
Alcoholism. That's a thing
That's
that
a
can.
disease.
Yeah, exactly. Those things.
Just being an addict.
Addiction.
Is a disease.
Addiction is a disease.
Yeah, all that stuff I agree with, but I don't know if I agree.
You don't know
with
if you
like-
I hope he has bigger balls than me.
Huh?
I hope my son has bigger balls than me.
My son definitely does.
Just tell him to take
That's some funny ass shit, especially at that age.
Like
He's
what?
already- he's already
What the
catching
fuck
up,
is
right?
this? I don't know if I have anything that I'm scared to pass on to him. But for me, when I look at myself, I don't see anything wrong, which is horrible to say.
No, it's not.
But
It's not.
Yeah, I don't
It's
think
really
any of
not.
us have glaring weaknesses that like
that
none
are
of us
so.
beat. Like the crazy things I would want my kid to do.
Well, that's not us. We
Yeah,
don't
I
have that. Like
I
we.
think stuff like being woman is behavioral, so you learn that like.
Well, you could learn that like growing up in the wrong home.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Growing up, as in, like,
But you could
parents-
learn. You could see that your whole
On
life and
TV,
still not do
yeah,
it.
through music.
Well, yeah, it depends
that
on how you.
shit.
Your
It
friends.
depends on how you.
That depends on who you are and how you react to things.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it turns people totally away.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
But I don't know if I have any of that I'm scared to pass on to my son.
yeah. I mean, honestly, if my son can be half the man I am, then he'll be just all right.
Facts. That's a fact.
Yeah, no, it's supposed
No,
to
I
be the
truly
other way
believe
around. No, it's supposed to be the other way
He
around.
said,
But
no, I truly believe.
I say that now about my dad.
I hope my son.
About your son is what I'm saying.
I hope my son isn't as lazy as I am, because I hate to do shit. Like, horrible work ethic. I know I need to, so I do it, but I don't want to. If I could get paid to not
Okay,
do
well,
anything, I
you-
wouldn't.
well,
So I hope if he gets anything, I hope this man just loves to work, like, or is not necessarily work, but is very ambitious to do something. Because I'm cool to make $50,000 and work in an office and be unhappy. I'd be a happy man,
Right.
but I don't want that for him. I want him to want way more. I
Right.
want him to be like Shane
Right.
Well,
But that I'm so different.
with your work ethic. You know,
I see, yeah, I see.
'Cause-
All I want from my children and my son is to find, and it's so cliche, but I really want them to find their comfortability, like you just said. Like, I don't want to be the
Yeah.
parent that wants them to be ambitious
what I'm
if they
at.
don't want to, if that's not what I want. To be the parent that if they told me, like you just said, I'm all right with that.
That's what
I want to be the
That's
parent
my
that's
happiness.
supportive with that.
Now, real quick.
That's what
I understand.
I don't. My
but-
children don't have to make it. That's
No,
not.
that's very
not
true.
what I want.
But I think it's parents' jobs to want that for their kids, so they are ambitious.
but I feel like
but
that's
being ambitious isn't for everybody.
Yeah.
no, it's not.
and that's the
I'm
thing
not
that's
saying it is. I'm
passed
saying that's a
down
fine
from like
line.
because you naturally want your kids to do better. But what if your kids don't want to do better?
No, I'm not saying that y'all wrong. I'm saying it's a fine line in letting your kid kind of do what he wants and just
Yeah.
pushing them to
Yeah.
do things
To do
because,
better,
you
because
can
you
push them
know.
too far and then it's like you're controlling my fucking life, mom.
Yeah.
Or you
Yeah.
can push them too less and then
They
they're not
don't.
motivated to do nothing.
Yeah.
And they're like a lot of people that
Yeah,
I
there's
know,
definitely a fine line.
and you baby them too much and stuff like that. So
But you're right about the fine line. I can't even argue that part because I was going to say, I don't know if anyone's genuinely happy with doing nothing.
Yeah.
I think the people that do nothing, like the nothing that we're all thinking of, have some form of depression where they're not happy about something.
I don't believe that.
I just
believe
mean
those
I
people
want
find
my
true
kid. I
happiness.
think the
If you don't
ultimate goal
it's to find a purpose.
is to find a purpose.
If you don't have, you're doing nothing. If you don't have no purpose at all in this life, then I don't know how you could be happy. And that's your purpose could be is raising your son.
Yeah.
Or just, I mean, there's mad purposes.
Why
For sure, there's hella. There's,
Why
I mean,
like
there's
that's
hella
an
purposes.
earthly purpose, and
Yeah.
I really believe it. Or if you're a nature guy and even if you're just a nice guy and your purpose in this world is to make other people
I think
better or like to make them happy when they're down, like that's a purpose in life.
Yeah,
that
I
people
mean,
need.
I think we talked about this one good ass podcast we had, but I think the trick in our society is that we've all been tricked into believing that everybody's purpose is to be like Beyonce
Right.
or like be successful.
make it.
When
You don't have to.
you're really right. Where someone's purpose can genuinely be, you're the person that likes watering the plants.
For sure.
we
And
needed those
that,
plants.
for sure. I mean, there's people right now. All
But
the stuff,
that when you grow up, that's not in my vision of what I want to be.
Right.
That's not what it was because that's not what I was conditioned to believe.
I mean, we all agreed that we need super smart engineers. We don't want to be the engineers.
Not at all.
Like we all know that
Right.
there has to that's their purpose, and I'm like there's
No, we need janitors,
people-
and that's why I used to
for
tell you
sure.
that sometimes, you know, it's not fair to say that person hates their life or like that's a shitty job or whatever that is. Because if they
someone has to do
genuinely, if that's
Yeah.
genuinely what they do, then there's a need for it.
correct. I agree with that.
Bees and honey,
For
or
sure.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
Bees pollinating flowers.
Yep.
Sounds pathetic.
It's the cycle of fucking life. It's simple. There's just it's
Now it gets tricky when people aren't.
not.
You know,
I
we're in a
think
society.
people force purposes, and that's when they're still unhappy.
Yeah, that could happen.
I think it happens way more than not because finding your purpose is hard as fuck.
Oh, it's the hardest thing on earth.
It's
Find
not,
what
I
makes you
think
happy.
you live
To find your purpose.
your purpose,
And you don't
It can
find
take you 5 years, or it can take you
50.
60 years,
Yeah.
Or it can take you your
and
whole
you be
life.
60 years old and be like, damn.
I still
And the
haven't-
people like that are the people I feel like have took way less risk because I mean, the more risk you take, the more shit you do differently, the more
To
chances
figure
that you
out.
have figuring out what your purpose is and what you enjoy doing. Rather than if you're just doing the same thing and you're taking way less risk, how could you possibly know? So there's some shit that you can think like, ooh, that looks fun, but until you actually do it, it's like this is what this really is about. I love doing this, or I hated doing this. So until you actually do a shit,
Which is it's so funny that you say that because I seen you tweet or make a Facebook post today about comfortability, and that also goes into the play with this because you can be confused with comfortability and your purpose. You could be comfortable and think that just because you're comfortable does not think is your purpose.
Right, it's my purpose.
Yeah, not the case.
That's not the case. I think people tell them that. I think people tell themselves that when people like to be comfortable, they tell themselves, well, you know, someone needs to do this. I mean,
No,
maybe
that's
there's James
different
out there
than
saying,
I wanted to do.
I
this.
don't want to do this at all, but someone got to do it. People, I mean, how many times have you heard that? I know you've heard it at the bank a lot. Someone got to do it. That ain't your purpose.
because you don't want to do this
Because
at
you
all.
don't want to do it at all.
But somebody has to.
Right. So, I mean, it is
That's
a tricky ass line. I really
Never
do
said
believe that. I mean, we've talked about that, but if you don't change your environment, it's impossible to grow as a human being.
Yes.
And I firmly believe that. Can't tell me nothing. Just for simple things that I have grown.
No, that is a boxed in statement.
I don't think so.
But you can be in a good
would you
environment.
say it's impossible to grow completely as a human being? Because you can definitely grow within your environment. Dorian Hunter's grown in his environment.
Which Hunter?
Dorian.
I think you're looking at environment as in landscape or place. I mean environment in your life.
Or
So
mental.
we don't know, and we know Dorian's went through some fucked up things. in his life.
Yeah, you're right.
And we don't know other stuff because he hasn't just told us. So I mean, as in, Dorian's had different life changing
Yeah, no, you're
things to where you
He had to
change.
grow.
Right. I think it's life changing steps to where you're
Things have
uncomfortable.
to happen for you.
Right.
to grow.
I mean, and Dorian was a football guy. Life of football. He got into a fucked up ass car wreck.
It's the
and
last thing that
he
he
did.
did.
He couldn't play football no more. During that time, he was like, "Fuck." I'm sure he questioned who he was. I'm sure he was like, "I don't know what I'm gonna do." Like, I don't know if he thought about going to the league, but he definitely thought about playing longer and not focusing on school and my career at 20 years old, so young. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we gotta change the stigma of, and I've been at the forefront of it before, making people feel like they have to always.
You have. And I can say one of our very first podcasts, I remember, I'll never forget it. You were saying that you used to hate people like that.
Yeah, I
You was,
did.
I hated people who wanted to be comfortable until I finally realized, you know what? If they're happy and they like that,
Yeah,
I'm happy for you.
used to be like, I used to despise people.
Yeah, because you used to think that you were seeing through them. Like, no, you're not happy.
Yeah, and I
There's still a fine line. There is some
there's a
people.
fine
You're still right on mad people.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
But I think the thing is, once you realize that there's a place for everybody in the world, like everybody, like you said, everybody has roles.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody, like if we had everybody be a business owner or a C, like
It wouldn't be
wouldn't
business.
work. It
Yeah.
wouldn't. Nothing would work.
Right.
It wouldn't be special.
Nothing would work, and that's kind of where my brain was, and not even until recently, I've even been able to balance that, like have fun, until probably like the last year. Before last year,
It was not
it was
enough
all
fun.
business.
Yeah.
It was never fun.
I also remember you
Not
saying
fun at all.
at the beginning of the podcast, you were saying, I need to do more shit because I feel like I'm gonna be missing out on things. I need to
Yeah.
see more people.
And I have missed out on things.
Right.
But in my mind, I never felt like I still don't feel like I missed out on things. But I felt like if I caught it early enough to where I was like, I gotta learn how to balance this thing.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta learn how to turn the switch off sometimes and take time
And
for
have
myself.
fun with my family. And
Yeah.
not worry
And
about.
I'm at a good place right now to where I feel like I found a good balance. I found like, oh no, I can play I can play the game. I can
Right.
get back to doing some.
Do you
of the
think
stuff
that
I like.
the coronavirus helped that quarantine?
Yeah, for sure.
Because it slowed his
It
slowed
Yeah,
him
Yeah,
down.
it,
It slowed him
definitely,
down.
it
Yeah.
definitely squared everything
Yeah.
back to.
It
like,
definitely did.
Because he was moving.
He was moving. Even when we first started on the podcast, he was still going to Kentucky all the fucking time, driving, meeting and shit.
He
We're
was
like,
moving.
dude,
It
stop.
slowed me down. Even like the last couple years, I haven't been like there's so much stuff that I shut off temporarily. Music, sports, like UFC, basketball, like
Right.
everything. I didn't do nothing
Right.
for probably 2 years.
Yeah.
Right.
Didn't do anything. To where like this last year, it's good to see the work side of me meet the play side of me, and then me be able to balance the two
Right.
Right.
and be able to shut them on and off. I feel like that's when somebody can really.
I don't know if I ever
balance that
asked
stuff.
you, but how was you during that stage? Like with them 2 years when you was on grind mode, was you happy?
I wasn't happy at the moment, but I've always been really good at
Knowing
vision.
right. Like this why I feel like
what
I need to do for
do.
my vision, so I'm happy
Yeah.
because my vision's coming true.
I'm not happy.
Right.
Like in the moment, I'm not happy.
Right.
Like I'm not physically. I wasn't unhappy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I thought you're happy for the fact that you're sticking to.
I
your
believe in
plan,
what I'm doing.
and you're sticking
Right.
to it, and if you feel good. Anybody, like I said,
anybody that's
discipline,
disciplined in something
you
feels good.
Feels good as fuck, and that's what I was saying on the last podcast. Like when I do shit like that, and you do what you told yourself you're gonna do. Ain't nothing like it.
Yeah,
Ain't
and
nothing like it.
a dangerous person is somebody that knows how to balance that, because you'll burn yourself out.
Oh man.
You'll burn yourself out with
Yep.
anything. You see people do it in NFL. You see people just get to the peak of their career and be like, I'm done.
I was about to say, imagine doing that, putting in all that work. You're at the peak to where you're finally supposed to enjoy, and you're like, "Fuck this place.
I'm done.
I can't look at it no more."
Yeah, it makes you sick.
It makes me. Yeah, right.
Makes you sick. I think that's what I started to get to with the podcast.
Yeah.
I did, because I
It
wasn't
does.
having fun with it no more. It felt like a job in my, like, as far as like the work side of stuff.
Mhm.
That's why I had to. Okay, that's
Yeah.
what I need to do.
Yeah. There's breaks for everything.
People
I-
have to find that balance.
Yeah, I've felt like that with the podcast, and I don't even edit it. So I mean, I can definitely. There's definitely been times where it'd be Monday, and I woke up like,
I don't
do
want
my
a pod.
podcast today.
Yeah.
Even though most of the time we do the podcast, it was a good podcast. But it
Yeah.
was just like in the morning time, it's like I do not feel like doing that.
Yeah.
You are right.
Is that a form of?
Me being lazy? One. Yeah, that's definitely one. But another thing is what Shane was saying. Like it's just like damn. Like sometimes I'm like, what are we
Burnt
gonna
out.
talk about
Just
now?
don't
Or
wanna
just
do
like
it.
what? Like I don't even feel like offering my opinion. That too. Like I don't.
Right.
Like I remember Rory said it one
He's
time.
the worst.
You're right.
I
Roy
know
said
you're
the
talking
worst thing about having a podcast is forcing yourself to
On
have an
opinions you
opinion
don't
on
care
shit
about.
you don't care about. And that's true. That is very true.
I literally don't.
Being
Care.
on
Now
here-
I'm getting killed for an opinion that I didn't care to get.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah. 'Cause-
exactly. Fuck that opinion.
Right, 'cause the best-
Take it back. I don't care. You're right. I'm right.
Right.
Yeah, the
But-
best episodes be the ones where you like. I feel I got something to say.
Right.
Those are the best.
When you want to
episodes.
offer something,
Exactly.
Yeah.
it's the worst when you're forcing yourself to talk about Nicki Minaj or whoever it is.
Exactly.
Like, wow.
Like wow.
I'm so glad we haven't talked about any of that shit lately.
I feel like I've changed. Since 2016, I've had a lot of different phases.
I would like to see them in a collage.
Just look at Facebook. It might help.
No, I want you to create a collage
I
tonight.
will. I'll try. I don't know how I do it, but I'll try.
I want to see like your different hairstyles. Because Hunter swears he has these different he thinks he's trying to give me different evolution.
Did I not?
I think
I
you
want to
did.
see it in a collage. Is all I said.
I think you
You
did.
don't need to. You was firsthand. You
I
saw
want
it.
to see it
who
in a
has
collage.
the best?
Evolution.
Who has the best?
Arc.
What was it? Styles in UFC,
Styles as like hair and like
like looks.
on like looks as in like clean or looks as in gets bitches looks?
No,
That I can
looks
just
as
tell.
in different looks, and he bodies all of them.
John Jones.
Facts.
Then he'll come up bald with a
Goatee, hair.
long hair, little curls,
Beard.
with a beard. Yeah, he has a
But
different look.
yeah, it's different for UFC because I was going to say it's only tight when it's like you live in that season. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
when like you cut your hair, but it's for a season, and then like
Yeah,
you
but
transfer.
That's
what
what
it
he
was.
does. Yeah,
That's
he
what it
does
was.
that. He'll like grow his hair for the fight.
Yeah.
While he's training and
Right.
shit.
Like
Or he'll
Hogan, when
"Oh, this
Hogan
fight, I'm
grows
going bald.
hair out,
Yeah.
mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that shit's clean.
The reason I brought that up, John Jones vacated the lightweight title.
He said the only reason why he just had to throw
No,
that
he
in there.
didn't.
Yeah, he did. I got
No,
that.
he did.
Vacated an hour ago.
So he's fighting
right,
heavyweight.
right before I came over.
Well, right now it looks like he vacated it just because like, here, take it. I'm done with y'all. Because they won't pay him. And he was like, if I do come back, I'll be fighting
Yep.
heavyweight.
John
But-
Jones vacates title. John Jones says he has vacated the UFC lightweight.
So did y'all want to talk about
That
that?
is so
Y'all
wild.
want to talk about that snooze
It's
fest?
on
that-
him though.
Y'all want to talk about that snooze fest that I fell asleep on this weekend?
Just got off the phone with UFC. Today I confirmed I'm vacating the light heavyweight championship. It's officially up for grabs. It's been an amazing journey since. Sincere thank you to all my competitors, UFC, and mostly important my fans.
Bro, he could literally be the Michael Jordan UFC and he don't want to be.
That's funny.
He's just throwing it away.
He does, bro.
Yeah, it's on it. And this he just wants the money.
First light heavyweight to win 6 championships in a row.
You know what it is. You know why he wants that money so bad? It's because he put himself in such a bad situation the last few years. I think he's really like almost broke.
You think? I wouldn't.
Or maybe not almost broke, but like
Yeah, he has
not
not
John
legal
Jones.
fees, Matt. Yeah, I can definitely see that. And he deserves the money though too.
yeah, he definitely does. But I don't know. Nobody's ever gotten a $20 million paycheck.
That is nuts.
Look. Anyway, I just wanted to say.
All right, so talk about the weekend. Thank you.
the one that you
UFC.
slept through.
Yes,
Right.
exactly.
Buddy.
All right, so me and Shane were right. Thank you very much. Stipe beat the fuck out of DC. Fuck DC.
So you got your
ass.
$20?
Did you win 20?
No, you got your $20 from Daniel.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Daniel bet against. Nice.
Yep.
He was looking.
Quick rundown. Sean O'Malley, weak fight. He got hurt.
People annoy me with Sean O'Malley
Yeah.
because it's like.
Even though I'm a big fan of Sean O'Malley.
No, I'm saying they annoy me about that fight.
Oh yeah, I haven't really been seeing.
Like
that.
I don't like okay, Cheeto Vera won, cool. We'll give you that, but like don't go on to say that you beat him down.
Right.
I like
Bragging about-
right before you broke his foot or whatever. I was just saying like, oh, Cheeto Vera can't get in there.
Right.
And time out was boom, kick,
Right.
boom, kick.
But anytime you brag about something when they like got hurt, that's like winning the Super
And
Bowl.
Cheeto Vera's so crazy in his head. Well, I don't know. I'll have to go back and rewatch the fight. But he said, it was like, do you think that there's going to be anything wrong with maybe like there's going to be an asterisk on the fight? He was like, for what? He
Right.
kicked my shin and it broke. It's like, that's not what happened.
He literally, that's the saltiest way. I can't imagine training for a fight for 6 to 8 weeks and
And
you
you
just stumble on your own foot, not even touch, and you tear your shit.
Crushed.
That's the fucking worst.
But yeah, I knew Stipe was going to win by decision.
Yep, best heavyweight of all time. And to wrap UFC up, thank God DC's out the DC
Man
retired.
out there looking all blurry.
Yeah, but I like DC, but I just,
I don't.
I don't know. It's only because I like John Jones so much.
I think that's what started mine, but then he just talks.
But he's good at talking.
He said, but he just.
No, he's a Tony Romo type on the commentating side.
Oh, you mean commentator? He's
Yeah.
a good commentator.
Yeah.
I'm talking about talking like he's the best fighter of all time. It's like,
Yeah.
and people put him.
But he just did it like when you go against John Jones, you keep losing, you keep talking, and John Jones keeps embarrassing you as a man.
and Steve got him twice.
And Stipe got him twice.
So it's like,
So know your spot.
But he's only got 3 losses.
Know the list.
yeah, 4 really, but yeah.
Nah. Oh, yeah.
3. He has 3,
it's the
but
John
not.
Jones one. But, yeah, we don't got to nerd out yet.
Well, okay.
Shout out
well,
to John Jones.
Yeah, shout out to John Jones. Khalil, defend your man.
Defend who? Kanye?
Putting you on the spot. Nope.
Oh,
Who's his man?
I don't know.
Dirty Dan. That's his name.
I'm scared.
I don't know who the fuck he's talking about, man.
Dan Harmon.
Oh,
I will
man.
never defend him.
That's your man.
I know. What? Get
No,
real.
that
It
ain't.
is.
No,
all,
that
of a sudden,
ain't.
all of a sudden, he don't got every single
Right.
Rick and
Now
Where
you-
the hell? Where
now
on
you
the-
ain't got a picture of Dan Harmon. Okay.
That would be disgusting.
I'm like, what are you talking about? Dan Harmon. I can't defend that. There's nothing to defend.
I forgot that happened.
He's a loser. He's a gross man.
yeah.
Can't
So-
defend anything.
Yeah, so
I don't
for
want to.
context, Dan Harmon is the co-creator of Rick and Morty, and over the weekend,
Co-creator.
right?
Thank you.
That's important.
And he's the co-creator
That's
of
super
Community,
important.
which is a GOAT show, Community.
Right, but we
So
don't care about that.
knowing that he's
No one's
he's
calling
not
for
just
that
a
to be
creator.
canceled.
He didn't make Rick and
Right.
like
Not at all. Not
Right,
even.
so this is why I'm glad you brought this up. I really am glad because me and Shane was talking about it in the group chat, but I can't wait to say it on here. So yes, I'm not cutting no bail, no case.
No, you
nothing
didn't finish
like,
offering context.
Oh, you're right. Dan Harmon, co-creator of Rick and Morty. He over the weekend some disgusting. What were they? Improv, improv.
A 2009 improv skit that he was making a
Movie?
parody of Dexter.
Right. Oh, was
It
it?
was of Dexter.
Okay.
About how murders.
Really think or something crazy.
Well, no. What is the concept of Dexter is that he murders murderers.
Right. Yeah.
He in that improv he was raping
Babies.
or he was molesting a molester's child. So he was making a parody of Dexter.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know where you was at on the.
That was
context.
it, and that was the video. So,
So he has videos of him like
of him just
humping
doing
babies.
super weird, like
So
touching babies.
he snuck into a molester's house,
and it was fake
raped
babies. I'm sure
They were
It was a
fake.
baby.
babies.
It was a baby
Right,
doll.
yeah, baby.
And he proceeded to drug the molester as the molester drugged
So he
someone
gets
else.
act like he was like fucking the baby. Just disgusting shit.
Yes.
Just no bail. It was just disgusting. Some shit you don't do. I don't care. That whole well, it was art, bro. No, some art can be over the fucking top. And that was it. Like I don't get supported at all.
Okay,
But what does get support?
so this is
I like
on,
Rick and Morty.
Shane.
he's not. I don't believe Dan Harmon's a child molester. I'm gonna just put that out there. I don't.
Me
think,
neither.
Is he weird? Yes, but you can know that the creator of Rick and Morty is weird
Right.
just by watching this show.
Right.
Yes, the co-creator. Thank you.
The co-creator. I imagine what's the other guy's name?
Justin Roiland.
He's pretty weird too. I'm just going.
Right.
Most of them are.
Most of them are weird. That have them type of shows. I believe Seth MacFarlane's weird.
Oh my God! Why don't y'all check his resume? by
Right,
the
the
way?
Simpsons,
Right.
the creator of the Simpsons is a little weird. It's going to be a little
For
off.
sure,
Like
yeah.
they those type of shows come from a crazy creative
Yes.
mind.
Yes.
So, not that I'm shooting him bail, but I'm shooting him
separating-
bail because not even separating the art, because I wouldn't even call that art, but I'm saying he wasn't.
We're gonna be in trouble.
I don't care. He was not molesting the kids to say that that's what he likes doing.
Right. It was a
Like
dirt-
it wasn't a
It was over the top dirty skit.
yes.
Yes.
Yes, because I mean that's a good point.
He was
'cause-
not molesting the kids to make it a point that I like molesting kids. I mean, it was a sick, twisted
Right.
thing that you tried to do. No, sometimes you just fumble.
Exactly.
Sometimes you
So-
just
Yeah, but hold on
Yeah,
before I lose my
Mark,
thought.
Mark.
Keep your thought
Yep.
right now. Okay.
Yep, I got it.
That's a good point because I said I don't remember who I said this to. I think it was one of my friends that what would be the difference, like to Shane's point, what would be the difference or how do we feel when an actor in a Law and Order skit rapes molested
Right.
kids?
That's exactly what I. That's exactly.
You
What I
know, if he's playing the part in an improv to what if I'm not saying he did this, but what if his point in that was like what if he did that action, but like there was a different outcome. Like he showed that all molesters should be like killed. Like what if that was his point,
Right.
but we were mad about the action that he did because they're mad about the action.
Right.
Because none of us believe that I don't know that them are his real intent. He wasn't, like you said, he wasn't molesting the baby to say, this is what I like to do.
Right.
I mean,
he
that'd
wasn't
be,
caught on camera molesting kids.
Right.
Like
Right,
he
that's-
put out work.
he put out work for,
People to view. It's a video.
and for, like you said, for
Could have
kind
been
of
for awareness.
that, and like, yeah, you know, what is the difference between
That's a good point. What's
an
the
actor in like Law
any
and
movie?
Order?
Any movie.
That's what I was
Anything.
gonna say. They are very like the creator of American Horror Story is a weirdo.
Yeah.
Like if you really took a deep dive into their mind, it's probably very weird. There's some weird episodes. People having sex with like
They made
dog,
bleed.
like
Now, like we said, right, and we don't
Crazy
attack
thing
those
on.
actors. Although, I'm Donald Trump now, but like you said, what he did was disgusting. He should have never done it. He apologized. I didn't like his
Did he?
apology.
I
Yeah,
didn't see it.
because like I told y'all, when everybody was tagging me about this on Saturday, I was at work. I didn't see what it was. I just seen uproar. But he apologized about this like when Rick and Morty was out this season because it came out a couple months ago, and I seen it then. His apology was I should have never.
That's not what I want.
I didn't really like his apology, honestly. It was kind of he was
It was
apologizing.
more of a sorry I got caught.
exactly what it was.
Right. And
But
then
that's
sorry
the
for
thing.
doing.
He didn't get caught.
Right.
He
put
made
it out.
a film.
Right. So real quick, this is what I want to say.
Because
So,
you don't expect any actor that plays a racist to apologize for
That's
fucking
what I'm
racist,
saying.
right. Did y'all think
He didn't-
Leo said the N-word mad times and
Yeah.
didn't
Right.
change?
Yeah. Y'all don't hate Samuel
That's
for being
what
a
I'm-
fucking
Right.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Uncle
Now
Tom.
it's different that he's the writer, but no, it's so okay. Well, let's go attack every single writer of every single weird show.
Well, not even that.
Well, we will.
So not only weird show. So me and Shane was talking about when this first happened. I'm not once again, I'm not cutting no bell at all or nothing. But the moral of the story was I saw Dorian kept commenting on your stats like cancel him, like I saw a lot of people saying Rick and Morty's done, they're canceled. On Twitter was what I'm saying.
I hate that.
So-
I hate that culture.
Me too. If y'all want to do that, fine. Don't be hypocrites though, because I don't know if I know you guys are just getting hip to like Jeffrey Epstein in Hollywood and
Right.
whatever the fucking guy's name who was just degrading on raping women and what's his name? Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah.
I know it's just becoming popular, but
It's been
your favorite movie, your
Right.
favorite TV series,
It was probably directed. by him.
was either directed, produced, created, written, something in that show or movie
Right.
had real predators.
Right.
Like real, like not no fake skit shit, like real people who fuck with children or little girls or degrade people or sick shit, sick-minded shit.
All I gotta say is Marlon Wayans, be wary, because what happens is,
Wait, why Marlon Wayans?
think about it. What did Marlon Wayans do in Scary Movie, the little fake Scary Movie skit that was on Netflix? Didn't he fuck a Barbie doll?
Something like that,
Something
yeah.
weird.
No, it wasn't something
Or
like
Ghost,
that.
Yeah,
He fucked a ghost.
He was fucking the doll.
Yeah, it might have
I mean,
been
I didn't
Ghost.
see it. I've only seen
Yeah,
like
I
little
know
pieces.
exactly.
It was
Cartoon
possessed.
pieces.
The doll was possessed, but it was a little ass doll.
Yeah, I saw
And he
it.
like fucked it.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
Well, no, but
That's the same thing.
that's
then,
him being the
technically.
actor. Whoever wrote that, somebody wrote that.
Right. But I'm saying my point was that what cancel culture does is the reason why this sucks is they're resurfacing.
Right.
So you were saying he didn't get caught, but I'm saying as a creator right now, you're praying
That they
that some
go
of your
back.
old stuff doesn't get
Right.
pulled up
Yeah.
because the temperature of certain things changed. What was acceptable in 2009 as a skit isn't acceptable now because the hashtag that got him exposed was Save Our Children.
Right.
So that's what's popular right now. So of course they're pulling all the skit. So I'm saying everybody that's done any skit like that
Yeah, that's what,
should be
I mean,
praying that they're not caught right now.
And that's a bad part about art.
That's the bad part about art because
Because
the
sometimes it doesn't-
timing
it
you make
changes.
that,
Yeah.
the
It changes.
times
Not everything
change and
is-
certain shit becomes unaccepted. And
And now
that's
they're
you know
calling to
what?
cancel you.
You know what? One of the things, and again, this is why I'm not. This is why I'm not shooting him though, because your execution was terrible.
right.
Like I've heard. I think it may have been Rob Zombie or Stephen King. Somebody say they were talking about one of his Radar movies or something, and he was saying like, there's a difference in creating a good murder movie. Like, you can't just be over the top and just slaughter stuff. Like, that's not appealing to people.
Right.
That's not.
Have a guy
That's
come out
almost
and
kill
gruesome.
everybody.
Right.
You can't just have somebody explode on camera like.
Right. You have
There's
that
an art to-
anticipation for sure.
There's an art to the way that somebody kills somebody on camera.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a way that it pulls you in. What he did is very gruesome and it's not
Wasn't good.
tasteful. It's not tasteful at all.
I understand.
But the way Rob Zombie, and I hope that was really who it was. One of them guys was saying like, there's an art and you have to be classy.
Rob Zombie has classic scary movies. Michael Myers,
or Stephen
he has
King, one of them.
and Devil Rejects and shit. He would know.
Yeah, he has. You have to be classy in the way that you depict things that are disgusting to
Exactly.
normal people in society.
Yeah, and like
That's a good way.
I'm really not cutting this guy no bell, but really think about what I said as far as the concept behind what his show was. And
And that's what I'm saying. His delivery was awful.
the delivery was awful. But how do we feel about the concept?
I don't know the
raping.
concept.
He
Okay,
said
the
it.
Dexter,
Eye for an eye. type.
So if
Like,
that's,
you molested my daughter, I'm molesting your daughter. Or like you molested a kid, I'm
the
molesting your
concept's still
kid.
sick as fuck.
Sick as fuck,
that's
but
a
I'm saying,
horrible concept.
would that make for a good, would that be an acceptable show?
No.
Nah, I think the difference about that one is we are not in a society to where anything like that. People are picking whether we want to say it or not. Hypocrites. People are hypocrites.
Oh,
Some things
everybody.
people don't want to know the truth on. Some people don't want to hear.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, some
And-
people
and
don't want to know everything.
And you know why I think this time it's so fucked up? Because in 2009, even though shit like that was happening,
It wasn't.
it's always been happening. It wasn't as vocal
Yeah.
as in now in 2020. Everything's vocal.
Yeah.
So if we see shit like that, what the fuck?
Yeah.
How in the fuck did this get by?
Right.
Me and Shane still wondering how Justin Bieber has a career.
Literally.
Because that's ridiculous. What's going on?
Literally. But they just brushed that under the rug.
And still.
I'm trying to think of what Ho said to Nas that was so fucking gruesome. That would not be accepted. About
Dick
the
sucking
condom.
lips?
No,
No.
about the condom in the baby seat.
Oh.
It was something where it's like over the top.
Like,
Yeah.
you can't say
And Lil
that.
Wayne done said something like "fuck your baby" type shit.
Yeah.
I'm sure he has.
Yep.
Sure he has.
So at like what point, Jay-Z, it's on the takeover.
Yeah, it is. No,
Not super ugly. Left condoms on your baby seat.
Yeah, I do remember that.
That's really not kind of. I mean, that is, but left condoms on your baby. I came in a Bentley backseat, skied in your Jeep, left condoms on the baby seat.
That's not as bad as I thought.
Left condoms on your baby seat.
Still disgusting.
But yeah, I mean, one of the things that we're
Lyrics
going to
are
have to
like
be
this
very
one.
cautious of.
What's this?
The Monster. I seen it earlier or the other day. Rape and pillage a village of women and children.
Yeah, like there's yeah.
Well, I mean, Kurt Cobain has songs literally titled "Rape Me," and he's screaming "Rape Me." Like there's shit like that's weird. Like imagine a song being called "Rape Me."
That's
in
the
today's
thing.
culture.
I mean, and so this can be more hit on like cancel culture. Like we just have to be very like if that's what we want to do, make sure
Do
we
it.
understand what we're doing.
Right.
You just
And-
got to
and-
understand the time period. for a lot
That
of
but
things.
understand the concept of what the artist is trying to portray. Because like even when you're saying
you're not portraying yourself.
that, like the song "Rape Me," you know, off a casual listen,
Sounds disgusting.
it would probably sound disgusting.
Right. If you listen to it,
Or the what is it? "Dance with the Devil" by Immortal Technique. That song, I don't know if y'all you've heard it.
Talking
Yeah,
about
where
throwing him off the roof.
Yeah, and then like at the end, he rapes
Talking
his
about
own
rape?
mom
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
it's
Like
nuts.
that's
Crazy song.
nuts.
Right.
But the concept behind it, or the point behind it, is don't do that.
It's crazy, right?
You know, his point, his messaging behind that was like you did a whole bunch of fucked up
this is
shit,
sick.
and you got
Don't
your
do
karma
this.
at the end. You
Right.
fucked your own mom because you was doing all this.
Right.
So we gotta if we're canceling
I
people,
would need to watch like the whole movie episode to understand. And I'm not doing that, so
yeah, there's no way I can watch it.
right.
No, but his was just not. His just wasn't.
Right, the clips I saw,
It just wasn't good.
Wasn't
at all.
good
It
at all.
wasn't good writing.
Directed
it
bad,
wasn't
right?
good-
About that, everything about it was bad.
And
Quality was
that and I don't see the reason why I asked y'all, do y'all think that would be accepted as a TV show? And y'all immediately said no, because I don't see a time frame. The reason why it's sick is because I don't see a time frame in his brain or in our brain where he thought that was going to work.
Because it can never work, no matter what time
Right.
period,
That's
wherever
just
we
one of
are.
the topics
What he was
that-
doing, it just doesn't need to be seen.
But I think it
Right.
got tossed. It was never.
I know.
It was
I
an
know.
improv. It wasn't.
Yeah, it looks
wasn't
like it. It
supposed
looks
to
like it
come
was
out.
recorded here. Like,
It wasn't supposed
Yeah.
to come out.
Yeah.
But and it sounds like we're copying him a whole lot. But
Are we? I
it
think-
sounds like it.
I mean,
Sounds-
we're making it clear that we
I
don't
don't
like
think
it.
I'm copying him a plea. I think
Well, let me.
I'm very understanding of a creator and how people that have put out past things, like you said, should be afraid, but we can't. We're making them be the ones that should be afraid.
know.
The Weeknd has this song "In the Night" is about a little girl getting touched by her dad.
Correct. Yeah.
So but we all like The Weeknd, so we're going to say that that's not him.
It's a good story. It's not.
Right, we
the
got it.
premise isn't good, but it's a good message.
But
Good.
that's because we
Yeah.
like The Weeknd.
Right.
That's the
If we
perception.
didn't
of
like
the,
him, fuck that song.
He don't touch his dog. Like he don't.
Right.
he would never
that
do
would-
anything
right,
like that.
But who's to say that he didn't write that from a sick
Right.
place?
Right.
Right.
But it's because our perception of The Weeknd we like.
different.
Right.
We don't
No one
know
knows
Dan
Dan
Harmon from a
Harmon.
can of
Yeah.
paint.
Right.
So it's easy.
Most
to
people
kill him.
definitely don't. So
Well,
Yeah.
I hate cancel culture because people don't use their critical thinking skills.
Yeah.
People see one thing and don't.
They see
just-
one clip and they bash.
and they don't
Which,
say
that
they
one
don't, they don't
that
try to
one I
understand why he did that. What it really was. They don't try to see anything. They see it and say, "I'm done with it."
Yeah.
So I don't like that. And yeah, let me be very clear. I'm not copping him no bill. I like to think of myself very objective. So even in the most disgusting any event, my brain automatically would go to, well, I wonder why he did that,
Right.
or what led him to do that, or damn, I'm talking about even the most fucked up shit. It's like that's crazy that he did that. Because I'm fascinated by the human mind of how
How'd you get
killers and just
Yeah.
psychopath, crazy people. Like, how'd you get there?
I am too.
What the fuck? How the?
I'm very. I mean,
You
we
don't- you're not
joke
always
a
like
lot.
that.
We joke a lot, but I'm very slow to bash somebody's character. Very slow.
Right.
Like it may take me if I culminate a bunch of things like, oh, you've done this and this. Now I'm done.
Me too.
Now I've done that, but it's not. It's going to take more than one or two things.
Me too. And I'm like, I get people even if because I just like I don't know.
I do dumb stuff all the time.
Hey, Dan.
Don't judge me off that.
Hey, Dan. We better not see you on no Epstein report, nothing though.
Right.
Not
That's
a thing.
very true.
I better not see Dan's name on nothing.
And you're done
Epstein
anyway. How about that? Yo, Justin and you been broke up. We like Justin.
Right, we
No
like his
Epstein
new show.
Island, none of that. But yeah, I've done. This is so cliche to say, but when you really are aware of the dumb stuff that you've done,
And
I've done plenty of dumbass things, so
you just hope people don't judge you off that
right,
because they don't. Because it's like that wasn't me.
right, or no, it is me. So
Right.
just don't. Right, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but
just not
hey,
all of them.
Dorian and everybody else, I ain't canceling a goddamn thing. Thank you.
yeah, Rick
Watch
and
it.
Morty. Why would I ever cancel Rick and Morty?
And you
Because
can't
of
It's gonna take a lot.
you can't
I
cancel
will.
something you never started. That's the
right? People don't even watch Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
People,
I know y'all are fake. I know y'all
people
are
don't
fake.
watch Rick and Morty.
Y'all are fake.
Y'all don't know nothing about Rick and
But
Morty.
it's done. I'm like, you never watched it,
Like, okay, Kamala Harris.
right?
Like what?
Pork chop,
You
bro.
didn't watch fucking?
Oh, she's the
been
worst.
doing
Let's talk about her.
I don't know her.
She's our vice president.
Oh, her.
She could be.
Okay.
She very well could.
Is it me or like and this is probably
Then I know exactly.
this
what
is
we're talking
probably what they want us to do is to be so far removed from the president. I don't care nothing
Me
about
neither.
it no more. Nothing.
neither.
And it may be they're tricking me at work.
Because it's hopeless, bro.
Do we vote?
It is,
really
and,
We
and,
still vote,
and the
though,
cover
right?
has been pulled. Jonan was just
Do you vote?
like when I love
Yeah,
when
you
I
still
hear
vote,
I love when
right?
I hear Americans start saying that. Like on Joe's podcast every week, they've been talking about how like every guest is like America's divided,
Oh.
like America's done. Like every guest has been saying that, and I love when white America is saying that because it's like
That makes it.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
As long as you
it
know.
must be for us to really come to that conclusion to where it's like it's clear as day that the representatives of the House, the Senate, these motherfuckers do not get along for real.
Nah.
Like it ain't for show no more.
Oh, yeah.
Donald Trump, like they do not get along in our office.
They really
No.
beef.
No, it's bad.
They were just talking about it on his podcast. Like, what happened to where on a normal president? Oh, they was just talking about the Corona thing. How we haven't had any federal thing come out and say, okay, we need to do X, Y, and Z to get to point B with this coronavirus thing. No, it's all state. It's all levied by the state.
Yeah.
But the state of our White House and our presidents, they haven't been on page about coronavirus at all. And this is
Way different.
This is a
Pandemic.
worldwide emergency.
Right.
And they can't even come together on that to
That's
at least
embarrassing.
fake it.
Right.
You know,
Embarrassing.
at least fake it, and like they haven't said anything.
And that's why we're in the
They
worst
can't agree about
situation.
anything. We're still arguing about hydroxychloroquine
Right.
or whatever it is. Like they haven't said anything. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, and
Well, the only thing
Fauci just openly comes out and like
He says anything out of his mouth. And all they have to say was, wear a mask.
he's waging war against Fauci.
Wear a
About-
mask. That's all I have to offer.
Right, and they argued about that.
They haven't said nothing about
health.
I'm about to say
Sleep.
take your vitamins. Like I was
No.
telling you, vitamins. They haven't said nothing about.
They
nothing
haven't
about
said
that.
nothing about hope, about
Right.
what we need to do to
Right,
get to point
except
B.
Take your mask. Wear your mask. That's it.
Yeah,
That's,
limit your contact with people.
limit your contact and wear a mask.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, I mean we all know.
There's no hope coming from the White House. This is our White House.
Yeah.
There's no hope coming from it. Like at least the beauty in that is that I'm more happy with what we got now. Like I'm always to cut the bullshit. Like what's really going on behind the like with the Barack Obama presidency and all the other presidencies, you know, like there's bullshit going on behind the scenes, and they're
But
like,
now we see the
putting on this
bullshit.
puppet face and shit like that, and making sure everything's fine.
We
we'll
see
get
the bullshit.
through
We
it.
see that we're not
But now
okay.
it's like we see this is like MTV.
This is
like
not
this
okay.
is MTV.
This is a reality show.
And like Kamala, like Donald Trump was just going at them on Twitter a couple days ago. Like he's crazy. Like this is what happens when you get a reality star in the. He is making a mockery of the presidency.
Yeah, he's been doing that.
Yeah. He and yeah, that whole thing, even how they've tried to politicize a global health pandemic is the weirdest thing.
That how
to
they
me.
do it to everything.
How do you politicize
Wearing
a
masks
public
and-
health
Right.
pandemic?
No, this is the left. This is how the left feels
Like, how
about
do
it.
you? Oh, I'm a Republican, so I'm not wearing a mask.
Right.
What?
I'm
Are you
immune.
crazy?
I'm
No,
immune
you're
to this.
crazy.
I know.
No, you're crazy.
I don't understand how people really live and die by their politics.
That's crazy. Like that means
It's
to me
ridiculous.
you have no grasp
On what's really going on.
on anything that's going on or with yourself.
You just
I'm
don't
not saying-
You put so much of your life stake
Into a
Right.
party.
into a party that was made up from whatever, that once they signed the Declaration of Independence or the Constitution, they walked out and said it's a republic if they can keep it. Hasn't been the same since. That's the thing that you put your belief in.
Yeah, and I don't think being super hardcore left or right or liberal or none of that's right. I think being open minded on situations and hearing what the fuck everybody
Right,
says.
like
what
Joe,
really
you never want to be,
your decision.
be married to something.
Exactly. People will say, "I don't agree with that, but Republicans do that, so I'm voting for it because I like it."
That's ridiculous.
And most people do.
Well,
Or people vote for contestants or whatever the fuck they're called just because they're Republican or just because they're Democrat. I don't like him at all. But he's Republican, so I got to.
That's it. Yeah, but that's
crazy. It's really crazy how the method
Yeah,
works.
although we could talk a little bit about this because I know we don't spend a lot of time on politics. It's really boring. The reason why that's the case is because you're voting for. When you're voting, you're really voting for legislation and policy, not more so much the person. Because you know that person, whether what they believe or not or whatever, they're
just a face.
They're just a face for the
that.
legislation.
Right, yeah.
So when you're voting for, like, I don't like them. I don't fucking like Mitt Romney at all, or I don't like Donald Trump, but he's running Republican, so you know you're voting for a Republican policy.
Right.
Because when he gets into the House,
He's abide by Republican policies.
right, and then he's going to be backed by, the Senate and all that, Congress that are Republican.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all whack. It's really whack. We need somebody to get in there and shake some shit up, but even that won't work.
So what will?
Nothing.
Nothing. I
Destroying
love
it?
what Donald Trump has done.
Destroying it.
I love Donald Trump for exactly what he is.
Pulled the dress up.
I just,
Yep, made it visible, made everybody comfortable.
he
enough
just
to-
He just has clowned these last 4 years. He did not. He just has clowned.
Well,
these
if
last
there
4
is
years.
a civil war, we need jerseys. Because I ain't getting got. I'm not.
I'm on this team.
Right. I'm
But,
on your team, though.
what you must have been thinking about that because that's funny as fuck to say. Like what?
We need jerseys.
Okay, what is the jersey?
Your jersey's
like?
gonna be your shield.
Right, shield, a symbol. But what are the jerseys going to be? Clarify.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
But no, like, what are you saying?
He's
He's saying
I
he
don't.
need-
I better not get mistaken for the
Yeah.
wrong team.
Yeah, he's
Right.
on
I'm
the
white.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, what color are the jerseys going to be? Like white people wear like blue jerseys or like
There need to be like team hats. Racist, not
Versus
racist,
skins.
or just like
Skins versus
and
shirts.
That's the
shirts.
real battle.
No,
That's the real battle.
that's the real
of the
battle
world.
right now.
I know a lot of
Sometimes.
people try to say everything's not about color, but
That's what's
But the
going on
crazy
right now.
thing is, though, we are in such a fucked up society to where we're finally to the point where like racism is talked about, and everybody thinks that like that's the problem, and it is. But that's like a layer. That's just
Right.
like one layer of our problem.
Yeah,
What about these pedophiles? Like, what about
That's
the
a-
other stuff?
right. There's mad.
There's so much going on.
There's so much going on, bro.
It's a lot. It's too much.
It's exhausting.
It's too
I
much.
couldn't.
It's
Yeah.
depressing.
This pandemic.
yeah.
If you let,
this
if you watch
fucking-
the news all day, you'll get depressed.
You will, because we got this
Right,
pandemic.
grandma.
We got all these pedophiles. We got
Which
fucking racism.
I don't know why the Pizzagate thing spiked for a week or two, and then all of a sudden people think like, "Where's the updates on Giselle Maxwell or Maxine?"
Yeah, is she still alive?
Yeah, I had to look it up just a couple days ago. I'm like, you know what? Ain't no one said anything. I don't know if all these media outlets done got the word from the guy up top to like, hey, y'all ain't talking about this no more.
Right. I don't
Because
know.
ain't nobody said nothing about the
Yeah.
bitch.
Yeah.
Nobody, not a
And, but
nobody.
it was that's all
like
you
she
see.
was.
they
Last
had
thing
to-
we checked, she was getting moved from cell to cell. Like that's interesting news.
Right.
But
Any
now
updates?
she is
Right. That was 2 weeks
she
ago.
alive?
even that, it wasn't really.
Look up an
public.
update real quick.
It really wasn't public on the news,
Yeah,
like in the.
I looked up an update
What
and
Trump called the lamestream media.
yeah, he's funny.
I don't know how you spell it.
GHISLA.
Update.
It'll come in, yeah.
Yeah, like the fact that we ain't hearing nothing. Come on, Joe, say something
He's too scared.
Yeah,
because it done got real.
Prosecutors asked judge to deny Ghislaine Maxwell's request for accuser's identity.
She's in isolation
Yeah,
apparently.
she won't be moved to
Yeah.
jail.
wouldn't it be crazy though if she really did get like coronavirus and die?
Look,
Or she's dead now.
Right. Yeah.
She's dead right now.
She's
look,
probably dead.
Yeah, her lawyers, Maxwell's lawyers, want her to be in general population. That's weird. I wonder why. Usually lawyers don't want want
Right.
the exact opposite, especially in her case.
She's dead.
Yeah,
She's probably dead.
She's dead right now.
I wouldn't be surprised, bro.
Bro,
Like, this
if-
is bullshit.
If it came up that she died from
And that-
coronavirus,
and that might-
like for real though,
No,
like,
no,
she
that-
would,
like, that's
it would be like,
Like, come on, for real, that's pathetic.
like come
So
on.
this is what y'all made coronavirus
and
up for?
the government probably freak out like crap. Somebody save her. Somebody save her.
Yeah, she's dead.
She was supposed to die like that. we had it way smoother.
That bitch is toast. But yeah, I just think it's crazy how that had like Pizzagate spiked for like 2 weeks, just in the mainstream.
It wasn't even Pizzagate. They kept trying to kill Pizzagate and raise this up like they're not the same thing.
Yeah,
it was the Epstein doc.
Like they kept somebody successfully divided that to where Pizzagate is crazy, but this is real. No, it's the same thing.
Yeah, someone tried to debunk Pizzagate.
They did it on the doc, on the Epstein doc. One of the people in there was talking about how ridiculous Pizzagate was, but was saying like this is real. I'm saying no, that's the same thing.
It's the same exact thing.
I don't think we ever talked about it on camera. Like, how do y'all feel about like all these celebrities going silent or like fading to black that are like accused of these things?
I don't know if they're allowed to
Ellens.
talk about it though.
Well, I'm about to say, I'm sure their lawyers are advising them.
That's what I wanted us to say that. Because it was being shared on Facebook, and I kept thinking like, guys, like if this is a real case,
their lawyers ain't about to just let them come out and say, "Hey, yeah, I was there, but nah, that ain't shit like that." Like
this is real.
This is over.
Let me handle this.
This is real life, and
that's what I was.
They could go to.
I'm like,
they can go to jail forever.
Right.
Saying nothing because.
And the thing is, nowadays it's so tricky because say someone does come out and say, "Yes, I've been there. Nothing's happened," but like they're going to flip no matter what the fuck you say. Well, he didn't take it as serious because he said that he didn't. Like, no matter what you say in today's times with a sensitive subject, you lost.
You lost.
But because one side...
Someone just needs to chalk their freedom.
Exactly. So at this point, it's sad, but in 2020, you really can't say much about big topics because someone's killing you. Yep. Someone's killing you because people do not know how to disagree. I mean, agree to disagree. That for some people, that's just impossible, which I don't understand. People force their views down your throat, and if you don't, then you're stupid.
Yeah.
So, in 2020, it's scary to say shit. It's scary to make statements on
But
shit.
how do y'all also feel about the lies we're being told about all these shows and why they're off air?
So, let me... Again, I'm very...
Open.
As great as it sounds, as much as I want to believe it, I understand there's going to be a lot of people in this pool. And I'm operating off of what you said, causation does not equal correlation. I'm going to give certain people the benefit of the doubt. Or not the benefit of the doubt, but y'all got to prove more to me. Because I'm not going with this.
Just because he was on his island, he did that.
I'm not going with it.
Me neither.
I'm not going with it, especially like, it sounds cool to say Ellen. It does.
People forget
It sounds good to say Tom Hanks. I know he went and got citizenship in Greece. Like, I know it's kind of weird, but who am I to...
bit more proof.
Who am I to do that? We can't do that.
You're right.
Yeah, because
It's not fair.
You're right.
I absolutely refuse to believe Will Smith touches little boys or little girls.
Well, see, my thing is people are...
That just seems very hard to believe.
Right.
Well,
Very hard to believe.
He was seen on the island, so he's like automatically a thing. I think people forget that, yes, Epstein was the sickest man. Epstein was good with money and good businessman because that's how he got there. So it's not that surprising if other rich people...
Yeah. I think I've already said on here what I think
had business deals with this businessman. Like, he wasn't just everybody he encountered knew about his deepest, darkest secret, about him touching little kids.
Epstein was put in place to put people in compromising situations.
Right.
I just literally think that, like, people know Epstein was sick.
Right.
Anybody that is anybody in that world of money and
they knew
in Hollywood, they know.
It gets around.
And Kobe never
And
went.
FBI and whoever else, people, they understand
him,
how to get leverage over people. That's what
Right.
politicians are very good at. They're getting leverage over you.
we got
Hey, why don't you go fly out to
Right.
Epstein? Chill,
So
I'm going to pay for you to go out there and chill. Boom. Now I got a picture with you at Epstein Island. Don't you ever say nothing.
Yeah, or I'm leaking this.
And he might be, what? I didn't.
Don't matter.
No matter in
Let's
the
see
world
what the people believe.
Right.
Okay.
You're just a court of public opinion.
So there's
Someone just needs to hang themselves out to
I'm not doing
die.
that. I'm not being a part of that community.
Someone
I'm not
just
being a part of that culture.
Someone just needs to hang themselves out to die.
But with this, you gotta raise your eyebrow.
It's fun to do.
With who?
Oh no, my eyebrow's gonna be raised, but I'm not.
Because it's weird.
I'm
No,
not.
this
is all
provide
weird.
facts. It's a wrap.
Yeah.
I'm just not. Yeah,
But I'm not. It's not.
Wait, are we on the same page of what I'm talking about?
Yes, you're talking about people supposed like Ellen getting canceled.
Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy
all
Fallon.
those. Like, they're all off air right now.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about the stories that we've been told is like bullshit to me.
Yeah. But
Ellen shit about
Ellen is
treating
dealing
her staff right.
Ellen is dealing with her staff.
Yeah.
And so that's why she's off air. She's thinking about retiring because she's so fed up because her staff are coming out and saying that they treated her wrong.
But she don't work there that much no more, so she don't really know what's going on.
Yeah, so she's off air now. They're trying to sell her show.
Yeah.
Jimmy Fallon and them is something to do with coronavirus. And then, like, all these late night shows that these people were on the list are off air.
I'm with you.
Off air.
I'm with you.
And we're being told the reason why they're off air has nothing to do with Pizzagate. But they're giving us these weird reasons why, where it's like, well, I mean, that's ironic that all of you guys are off air.
All I'm saying is I'm not going to partake in that culture, the community.
Until more
I need
facts.
to see. I need
More
to,
facts.
More
I need to
facts.
see more facts. It's
I
just
agree.
not fair.
The facts is that they're being accused of it's a legal litigation matter right now going on.
But
They're
you
not
said
allowed.
accused is
Right.
the main thing. Because
Accused.
that's the
Right, but
Allegedly.
my point, no, my point in all this is that it doesn't benefit them to have these shows running right now, so they're coming up with these bullshit lies
Oh,
while
yeah.
they're off air.
Yeah.
Because could you imagine Ellen being on air right now? No, the question, no.
Why are you dancing?
right.
Right,
What are you
no,
doing
but-
right now?
Can you address something, please?
Right.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
That too, yeah.
But I mean, that could all you're saying again. Causation does not equal correlation. Those could all be very true, and them not have anything to do with
Right.
this.
Ellen Stock
It
could
just
be fucked up. Like really.
It could be Ellen saying, "I don't want to go on show every single day and address this because I
Exactly.
didn't do it."
Correct.
And it's not. It's going to look weird me dancing over a table and interviewing
And-
people when they want to
Correct.
know the real answers.
Yeah.
When the
No,
answers
with
the-
I'm
with the
giving them-
elephant in the
when
room.
answers
But I
I'm-
agree
I
with
can't
that.
ignore the elephant in the room.
I'm saying that
I didn't do it.
I'm saying that's more likely. All I'm saying is I just think it's funny the stories we're being told on why they're off air.
For sure,
I'm
but-
like, that's bullshit.
but Ellen's
like,
never
that's
gonna come out and
bullshit.
say, I'm
That
not
has
doing
never
that.
stopped you in 30 years, Ellen. You're
Well, she's never
treating
accused
your
of Pizzagate in 30
treating
years.
your exactly. So I'm saying I've heard reports before about Ellen treating her staffs horrible. That's not like out of the realm of possibility. I don't think she does it, but I'm saying that's not a reason to be off air.
Right, but you're killing her for.
I'm not killing her.
You're
I'm not killing
What
her.
I'm saying is,
I'm just
you're
saying these
arguing-
people lie.
You're arguing. No. But that's the thing. That's the thing.
But what do
no,
you
but no. Hold on. We
Huh?
all understand that it's a lie, right?
No, we don't. No, we don't.
Well, I mean, fools.
What would you?
But hold on. That does not mean that could be. I see that.
No.
But I'm not killing her. I'm not
killing them.
saying
I'm not-
she's part
I
of
said
Pizzagate because she lied.
I say with certain people, I agree with their decision on being off air, and of course they got to come up with a story. I just want to shine. I just said I don't think we've ever said this on camera, and I want to shine that light.
But if you're going to shine that light, you have to offer context behind what you.
I did. I said it earlier.
What'd you say?
I said that I don't believe that some of these people should be on air.
Okay, that's up. But you have a job as a platform. Once you,
I
if you
did.
shine light somewhere, you have to then.
My
give a
point
broad
wasn't
scope.
that they're. My point was that I want people to understand how the industry works. That was
a
my whole
lie.
point in this. Like, beware of wolves in sheep clothing. Like, that's the stories that we're being fed. This and all that is
But
bullshit.
see, again, you're using loaded language. You're calling Ellen a wolf.
Yeah, but what did?
Why
What,
is Ellen a wolf?
no,
My
she's
thing
not
is-
the wolf.
my thing-
She's not.
the
I don't
wolf.
think he's
She's
talking
the
about
pawn.
Ellen. Yeah.
my thing.
She's not the wolf. She doesn't get to decide that.
Yeah.
Ellen. No, I'm not rolling with that. I'm not
Ellen
rolling-
does not get to
I don't
decide
roll
whether
with-
she's off air or not.
I'm not rolling with that.
Ellen
Is top 5 in all of that. I'm not agreeing.
None of them.
Jimmy Fallon don't, but Ellen does.
Well, I'm so
None
confused.
of them are making those decisions.
What would you want her to say?
That's what I'm
Huh?
saying.
She's not in a position to say anything.
I'm saying if you
This-
well, you said that's a crock of bullshit. They're lying to us. Not your problem.
Yes.
Would you? So would you want her to?
I want the industry
Ellen
to come.
We're not having this on the show because
Nobody's
of
gonna come out
Pizzagate.
and say, "Hey guys, we're not airing because Pizzagate's going on." That's not.
And
gonna
we've been
happen.
accused, right?
Yeah, that's. Not
I know
gonna
it's
happen.
not. I know it's not. But my point is that they're trying to. We get it. I'm not saying that we all don't get it. We're all intelligent guys. We understand. If we were on the other end, we would probably do the same.
Yes.
I'm just saying
That's
this for
all-
people who don't understand this
Right.
stuff, that this stuff happens in the industry. First off, Ellen does not make those decisions. The people at the top are making those decisions.
I think I would like
And
to say.
I'm
that
just
Ellen-
saying.
I
I would
believe
like.
Ellen has a little
I
bit
would.
more
I would like. I
leverage
would like
than
all of us as consumers to say that's bullshit.
Yeah,
Tell us why.
which we have.
Let's knock on the door.
Yeah, but now you're asking too much.
Come outside. What was the girl in Columbus saying?
Yeah, she-
Fire the mayor, fire the chief, fire the no. Come outside and
Yeah.
address the elephant in the room. I'm not letting my whole point to all this was I'm not letting this off the hook because it's been 3 weeks now where no one said a thing about these people. Ellen's show is gone and like where's the outcry? Where's the outroar? We should be like, tell us the truth.
Yeah, but okay. Now
Are you asking for a
let's bring it-
protest?
Let's bring it back a little bit. Let's bring
There
it
is
back.
getting ready to be one.
But let's
there?
bring it back
Yeah.
a little bit. Let me
In
reel
Troy,
you in.
Ohio, save our children.
I operate usually off the top, and it's been shown time and time again. If I'm being attacked, I didn't do it. I don't care.
Right.
I don't owe y'all nothing.
Right.
I'm not saying nothing. It's not going to happen. So if
Who are we talking about? Ellen.
I'm saying how I do it.
If Ellen is innocent, she's not culpable in this. I mean, these people, my point is they're puppets. That's what
they're all
they're
puppets.
puppeteers is what I'm saying. Because my belief is she's not deciding this. She's not making any of these decisions. My point is that the overall industry of entertainment is doing this. It's a whole. This isn't like Ellen's individual choice. Everybody's off air right now.
Yeah. No, we agree.
So
on
that's
that.
that's an industry thing.
Yes,
That's from the higher up saying, cut it.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't recording. No. And I'm saying we as consumers
Should ask for it still.
should be asking, okay,
Like, you
that's
gotta do it
fishy.
you don't got to do it on Ellen, but do it.
And that's
You're-
fishy.
you're on
No,
we
but-
should be like, that story,
But
bullshit.
that's the thing. But that's
Tell
the
us
thing.
the truth.
You want us to. I mean, you want them to. No, I've given you my reason to shut up. It's because.
And we gotta call it bullshit.
Okay, you can do that, but I've already given you my reason, so whatever.
Right.
That's how.
But,
That's how I'm
that's
saying.
not how this works.
No, but I'm telling you, if I'm a.
Okay,
if I'm
well,
a,
when you decide to bring Ellen on back, we won't be here. Thank you very much. So figure that out, sir.
but I don't
figure
think
that
Ellen's
out.
coming back. That's the thing.
That might be a good point.
That's the thing. If,
So they don't care at all.
Yeah, it's like we'll replace you, Ellen. Like that's how.
Well, we're not supporting any of that.
But why not?
Why would we?
If she came back and she didn't do nothing, why wouldn't you support?
No, because we're not supporting the entity that lied to us. We're not supporting. It's the entity. It's the entertainment industry.
So your beef is not with Ellen. It's with
No.
Oh, okay.
It's
I
with
got
the.
you.
It's with the.
I'm just rolling with Ellen.
I think it's so crazy how in today's time just being accused
Yeah, it's the worst.
of something, your life's done.
Yeah.
Life is
Just like it's
And
like,
But my point.
so
My
against that.
point.
I'm
My
so
point.
against
Not fair.
My
Yeah,
point.
I'm so against
My
that.
point is that, for instance, if Tupac was in the same scenario as Ellen or whoever did it, what do you think he would do?
Yeah, but you can't do that.
I can't do that. But my point is, when you're not a puppeteer of the industry, you would come out vehemently. If J. Cole's in it, I'm not involved in none of this shit. Fuck all y'all. I'm done.
don't
Dave
believe
Chappelle.
that.
Yes, you would.
don't
Yeah,
believe
you
that.
would. If your source isn't
them.
that rooted in the industry, and you see some sick shit to where they're intervening on your name, you're like, I'm done with all of it. I'm not associating with none of
I
it.
don't need y'all.
Let some shit come out about J. Cole. I better be done with music.
well, I mean,
he'd be done.
You can ask somebody.
I guess it'll have to depend on what.
Yeah, you can ask somebody.
You can
about
ask
it.
somebody.
Ask Dave
What?
Chappelle.
I think
Why
that,
he ran away.
That was partly the reason what I mean from.
Oh
what
no,
he
I
said.
know the
Yeah, I'm
reason.
talking about to say I know you know more than I do, but from what he said, like on stamps and shit, he was saying he had to get away from that shit.
Yeah.
It was disgusting. He saw the industry for what it was, and he said, "I don't want to be a part of that at all."
Let that happen. Let Tupac be accused of that. He would vehemently. I know where I'm saying Tupac, and that's an extreme
that's
of
an
that.
extreme.
But let a J. Cole or a Ken. I'm telling you, these guys will come out and they will clear the name, and we won't get another motherfucking album from them.
What are you saying? So you're saying that Ellen should come out and say.
I'm saying these people
Hold
that
on,
are
hold on.
in.
You're saying that Ellen should come out and say, "Hey guys, that's not the reason why we canceled."
If I'm innocent in this,
If
and
I'm
I
getting
know I'm
accused
innocent
of
in this,
something,
and I'm getting intermingled with y'all's bullshit, just because I'm associated with y'all,
But that's
I'm talking about the entity of the industry.
She's scared.
I'm
It's
sure
gotta
she
be.
is.
It's gotta
it's a
come
sick
down-
game.
yeah,
That's
it's
a
gotta
death.
come down
It's a
to it.
death.
She's
sentence.
scared, and
it's a death.
they're all
sentence.
scared.
But me and Hunter talked about this. That's what makes the difference between the martyrs, and the Ellens. Or I'm not.
Except
I'm not
Ellen,
shooting-
somebody should. It doesn't have to be fucking Ellen.
Doing that. You
But I
gotta
think
stop
someone should.
placing these labels on people.
How?
Not everybody is a martyr.
I understand.
Some
that.
people are just like
Somebody
I'm
has to
innocent.
be.
I understand that.
I want somebody to be a martyr. I want them
understand
to
that.
come
I
out and
understand
say that
Yeah,
this is a
somebody
real.
can be, but we can't kill the people that aren't.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying somebody needs to
You
do
can't
it.
kill somebody
right?
for not being a martyr.
No, you can't. But
I'm not down for this. Some people
exactly.
like,
but I
I'm not
want
down for
somebody
this.
too.
Yeah,
Some-
some people
I
don't
want
believe in
somebody
dying in a
to,
cause.
which is
Yeah,
horrible
that's
to
fine.
say, right?
That's cool, but you can't kill
I
the
don't
people
know.
that
Maybe
there's
I'm
nothing
putting my
wrong.
own personal
No.
feelings involved. Maybe you're right, and I'm putting my own. I'm telling you what. I know how I am. If I'm like,
Yeah,
I know how
you're
you
more
are.
of the lash out.
If I'm accused of something I know I didn't do, I'm already pissed. It's going to be a hard time for my lawyer to convince me I ain't saying nothing. That's one. But I agree. I understand that part. That's all business. I understand that, not saying nothing. But on the second hand, if I'm like accused of something that I didn't do, and I'm accused because I'm associated with an entity that is being sick, I'm done. I swear
Fuck
to God,
this
I'm done.
life
Because
and-
I was already pissed. If I knew about it, I'm already a little bit culpable because I knew about it. That's one thing. I was at Epstein Island. I ain't do nothing, but you're already a little bit.
Right.
You're already a little bit a part of it because you was there. So I'm already. Me as a person, I'm already a little bit pissed that y'all even got me in the
Right.
same shit that me and you was talking about earlier, but
Right.
one of your boys.
Right.
You got me in this shit. Don't put me in the vault.
Right.
So if it comes out,
and now I'm being dragged down with you.
and what would have happened if it came out? Like if the person found
Right.
out that he was doing that, you'd be like, I wasn't involved with none of that shit.
Right, exactly.
And I told him.
Right. And
So
I
fuck
told-
them.
Right.
That's how I am. Fuck y'all. Because y'all got me in this shit. whatever Ellen's NBC is and all that shit. Y'all's nasty ass got me in this
So
shit.
leave me the fuck out.
So leave me and when this all clears up, I don't want nothing to do with y'all motherfuckers. She don't need them anymore. She don't.
No, I agree with
She
you.
don't.
However, like you said, if she did do that, she's done. She's dead.
Yeah, she's
No, okay,
She's dead.
and that's what I need to happen though.
She's dead.
Someone needs to come out and expose it all.
Yeah.
They're gonna die, and that's even more.
Well,
Right,
like,
and we're gonna know.
like there it is, and then
We're
what?
gonna know.
But
I mean, I
I
guess
see her
Epstein
name
was-
up there.
I was gonna say,
Right.
they got her in jail. She's getting ready to be killed.
Tegan.
Chrissy Teigen.
Yeah, she says a lot, and
She deleted all her tweets.
I
and
know
deleted
that.
her Twitter.
But and
Wait, what'd she do?
You didn't see that last month? A couple months ago.
All of them-
She ran like
it was like 60,000 tweets.
60,000 tweets.
I did see that.
Where she was going off about the Pizzagate thing. John's wife. And she deleted it.
That's all that she
And
did.
deleted her
saying?
Twitter and stuff. I'm not a part and none of that. She was trying to explain and all that shit. You can pull it. They still got screenshots of the tweets.
That's what I wanted to know because you said that she came out and explained herself about everything. I just thought she was deleting the tweets that were suspect because she had.
Well, she was.
She had a bunch
deleted-
of suspects.
She was, but she was on Twitter. She went on a
And
rant
she was
on
going
Twitter.
off.
She went on a rant
Okay.
on Twitter.
and explaining.
Explaining that she wasn't a part of it, but she was deleting the tweets that would have correlated her
Yeah.
being a part of it too.
Right.
Okay.
You could pull them up too. We don't got to do it now, but yeah.
Because I was curious because I mean, I've read all of her weird tweets about pizza and fucking pedophiles and watching fucking little kids and tiaras, all them weird
Ain't that
shit.
disgusting?
It's
It ruined pizza thing.
it's a bunch of weird shit that I read.
Right, won't get
And
another
Kelly
motherfucking right. Won't get another motherfucking pizza order out of me.
So my
I
only,
don't know.
I agree with all that. I agree with all that. And me and Hunter have been one of the two that we love Pizzagate.
Right.
Oh,
That sounds weird.
not like
Me
that.
and you was talking about Pizzagate before Epstein.
Wayfair, before it blew up.
Yes,
We've been
I
here. with-
remember when you was like, Hunter, you know what Pizzagate is? And it was weird because like that same week was when I first started getting into it. I'm like, hell yeah, I know Pizzagate is. Like,
Yeah.
the fuck, I can't wait to talk to somebody about
That's
this.
and again, so when you're seeing it come about now, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. So when I'm just going to be very, very responsible and diligent once these names come about. That's all I'm saying.
No doubt about it.
I'm
What
going to
about
be
it?
very because these names. I mean, even like all it takes one thing is to see somebody's name correlated with the word Pizzagate. It's like,
Or
Life.
Epstein and
and now I'm looking at them funny.
But okay, so where do y'all? So you're saying the people that are innocent are treading lightly, and you're agreeing with them treading
No.
lightly.
What I'm saying
So,
is,
okay,
I believe Pizzagate.
okay,
Hold on. Let me say what I believe. I believe in Pizzagate wholeheartedly. I think it's the very real sick, nasty thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's going to be a lot of people that are on them or has pictures at Epstein Island.
Mm-hmm.
I believe a lot of people that we love and dear, that we love and respect in
will be on the island.
I'll be crushed.
the media will be at the island.
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to do my due diligence to these people because partly why I believe Epstein was put in place was to become that person for them, was to become someone that gets people in compromising situations. I'm going to operate with that.
Realize that they're just being put in a compromising
And
situation.
you'll, in a way, how when Jay-Z got to the NFL, everybody was like, whoa, and we was kind of like, well, let Jay-Z work because off his past shit, Jay-Z didn't really
Benefit
know
of the
about
doubt.
it.
Yeah.
He's
Benefit of the doubt.
Benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Even though it's kind of
Even it's a little bit different for Hov because I got a different level of respect for Hov.
well, no,
I'm
I'm
just
just saying
saying-
same premise.
I'm
as the
just
fact
saying-
that-
But he's part of
for
like,
just
he's on
fairness
the
of
list.
people,
Yeah,
the way
so-
I would want to be treated, just do your due diligence before
Right.
you kill me.
right.
Which people should do anyway. It's
Right.
crazy to have to say that.
I agree.
It's crazy to have
Like,
to say.
I mean,
fact
until
checks.
there's
Right.
you see a whole
actually
fucking
research before
Right.
you make an opinion.
You need an actual fact, not
but I
just
just
somebody
wanna
on the island,
know-
but
I just
Look
somebody
wanna
at
know-
this
doing.
TikTok that's going around. And
I
saying
just want to know
such
for
and such
I
people.
just want to know for clarification what we are. I'm going to ask you guys each individually. If you are Will Smith and you're accused of this and you had nothing to do with it, what are you doing as a man, like as a business, as an entity? He's an entity in himself.
I'm gonna make a tweet and I'm saying y'all tripping, and I'm not gonna say nothing.
No context.
That's gonna be it. Y'all tripping.
Yeah, I don't think I say that. If
I
I'm
probably
Smith,
won't say anything, but if I do say anything, I'm not releasing no press. I'm not releasing no email.
Okay,
because I
what
don't
if?
do it.
But you're Will Smith and you know that it was being done.
I'd make sure my family knew.
Okay, but that's different. And I didn't bring down people that I'm close with and I know. That's different.
But that's my point, though. This to me is a good time for these big name people, and I get it. It's a death wish.
Yeah,
it's a
they
death
kill Will
wish.
Smith.
it's literally a death.
It's literally a death wish or a career death wish. But
That shouldn't matter though. I think,
But that's where my morals are getting in the way.
I think more so they're scared to lose their life. They don't care about Will Smith's done enough. Like
I know that
he's good to go.
But it ain't.
That shit all sounds good. I swear, when people say that, like, well, he's set.
Yeah.
He got money. He's set. It's like,
But Will Smith
that don't
is,
mean that
actually.
I agree, but it's like Bill Cosby was set. Bill Cosby was the fucking father of America.
He's about to
His
buy
shit's
NBC,
tarnished. His shit's done.
CBS or whatever.
When you think of Bill Cosby, now you think of fucking rapey pill. You don't think of like his whole 30 years and one of the best
whole
comedians
legacy is
it's tarnished. It's done. So it's like, yeah, people. I used to be one say like, well, he got enough money, he'll be fine if he doesn't. He don't care about his career. But it's like, no, people have a lot of pride in their career. A lot of pride.
What
in
I'm
art.
saying is, I don't think him coming out to defend himself isn't hurting. Like, we're never going to kill Will Smith for coming out and saying that.
I don't think so either.
But he would die, and maybe even if he didn't, and he would never be able to be in a movie again. But we wouldn't be like, oh, I'm never watching Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Right.
Like, no, he didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah,
he did
right.
everything right.
Right.
And it ruined his career.
It's
but
just his new opportunities are chalked.
yeah, and that's okay to me. I think it would be okay with him as well if that was the only content.
Yeah, he's a little bit different.
But
But Brand is big
now-
enough. He can do it.
Now,
Well, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
yes, you're right. But now, what if, as a father now, what if you don't want to come out and say anything because you're in a way protecting your children? Because Will solidified. Jaden and Willow ain't.
Nope.
And he knows
But
that
my-
if he
but
comes
my-
out and says, it's not just him. It's
So
the
wait,
family.
But
Can y'all-
but my point.
What is protecting?
My
What is-
retort to that is, I'm not trying to shoot nobody's morals and stuff down. But me, how I feel is, if I know that, because right now we speculate, we speculate, we don't know. But if I'm
they
Will Smith
know.
and I know that is what's going on, hey, I'm coming out and I'm saying that, Jaden, Willow, guess what?
Y'all can't be a part of this.
Y'all can't be a part of that anyway. We rolling. That's my
He
point.
should have been
That's
quit.
my point.
Career should
That's
have been
my point.
over.
If you know and you've seen it, I'm cool on all that. I'm cool.
I don't wanna be
if
a
they're
part of
doing
that.
that,
I
if
don't
they're
wanna be-
really we've only had speculation that they're sacrificing. If they're
But that's a
doing
lot.
that and you know, man, you're only a part of that.
That's scary.
I'm sorry. There's no way.
It is.
I'm in no support of that. And I don't want to be involved in it at all. Period.
Now this is a little different. But just to play devil's advocate, what do you feel about people who work for people who are racist and know they're racist, but they move. They know, like, well, I know you're racist. I know how it is with you, but I can move past that. I can know what we are and know how to move, like know what it is and still work. So if in Will's like, I know what y'all are. I don't get involved with y'all for real, but I know in a sense that I need y'all. So I'm going to work.
But
hold on, let me walk
Go
back
ahead.
what
Go
I was
ahead.
saying.
Go
I
ahead.
think me and you, this is where. No, I agree with you. I didn't understand that's what you were saying you want Ellen to do.
Yeah.
My whole point was I don't owe y'all nothing. I'm not making no. I'm not.
Yeah, no, I
making-
agree.
That was
It's
the
not-
only thing.
It's not
I agree
beneficial
with
for
that.
her to say nothing, like legally.
I didn't understand that you were saying they need to attack the.
They need
industry.
to attack the
I didn't know
system.
that's what you're saying.
Yes.
What my point was that if y'all are accusing me of something and I didn't do it,
I'm like that.
I don't owe y'all.
Yeah, no.
I'm not saying what I didn't do. Y'all don't have to say anything.
No, especially
Until
when
I wake up in the morning, I'm at a gas station, a reporter comes in. So what do you say about this?
Yeah.
I'm saying, get the fuck out of my face. What I say about
That's
this?
what I said. That's
although
what I said. But no, I agree with you wholeheartedly.
although I didn't throw in this element, you're right. If not, you're right. But it's tricky. Some of these people could be playing a smart game because I'll answer your question here in a second.
Let's
about
say kind of like Jay-Z.
that.
How you
But
join
the
the
reason why a
NFL.
lot of them might not be vehemently coming out right now is because if you do that and you're in a litigation battle and stuff like that, that can come back and bite you. And they could like blackball you and then like accuse you of like they can make it to where you did it and you didn't do it
Right.
just because you came out vehemently against them. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, how many times have people? I mean, I can only imagine.
Seeing
that-
Prison Break when I was young messed me up.
For what reason? For all
How they
him
did
being
Lincoln?
innocent. For how they did Lincoln. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. How many?
I literally couldn't wrap. When I was young, I
Bro.
literally couldn't wrap my mind around how
That the
how
government set
did the
him-
government set him up like
And-
somebody just say that.
And that show ain't made up.
Yeah,
That
no.
happened.
Oh, no, it
Thousands-
happens all the time.
Oh my
Millions
God.
of men have did that, and I can't like that might be like one of my biggest fears. Going to jail or doing something for something I literally didn't do,
Yeah.
or paying a big consequence for something that I didn't even do.
And it will definitely compromise you if you know that if you said something, they will make that happen.
Right.
That they will make it.
Right.
You're
And
guilty.
it will work.
And it will work.
Right.
For a fact.
Yeah.
But my answer to your question is that's where you have to. You said about the racists and like you needing them or what like that. That's all good and such. You know, there's certain lines that we've all know that can't be crossed within corporate America, and just as a human, we know that we do work and we have to sacrifice a little bit at work and stuff like that, and bend a little bit at work because it's a corporation, you know, it's work.
Right, yeah.
But there are some things where you stand your ground on, where it's like, I don't care. You're not.
And don't get me wrong, I think that child pedophilia is
that's one of them.
Absolutely.
But also to answer your question, let's say Will Smith was operating groovely, like, okay, I need them right now. That's when being a hove, or I always reference
You bring
this.
it off now.
That's when being a hove, or like I always reference To Pimp a Butterfly. That's what that means.
Right.
I'm pimping you guys.
Right.
I know
get what I really
get what I want, and then I'm
done.
good.
Right.
I'm good.
Right.
And you gotta have. And I'm saying this would be the perfect time to have your ends means.
Yep.
Will Smith, you're cool.
Right. Yeah. You can.
You
start,
cool.
You can. If you wanted to, you can put the budget up or move your damn self.
Yeah. And
we'll support it.
yeah.
Not
quadruple
really.
your
We
money.
really wouldn't, but yeah.
You brought up
I would.
Hov, and he and Beyonce have pictures there. So
We'll see.
That's what they said.
that's what I'm saying. No, I've seen the picture of
Yeah,
Beyonce.
yeah, the
It's
picture.
not Hov in the
Yeah.
picture, but I've seen Beyonce.
Yeah, and I seen Beyonce naked on the beach. Went to the beach.
Wow,
That's
crazy
sick.
beach. Yeah, no, there's a
even
picture
worse.
of Beyonce at one.
I know y'all hate to hear it and stuff
one
like
of
that,
the
but
parties.
they've definitely did some rituals there.
Yeah, I've
Sorry.
seen it. I've seen that. They
Did
were,
or been a part?
I've been a part of some rituals.
if you were there, you're a part of it.
I agree.
Whether
Wait,
whether
uh-oh.
you left and no, if you were there, you're a part of that. Now, whether you came back is on you,
Okay. Okay.
Jeremy Epstein. What?
Yeah, no.
But also, I mean, Jay-Z's awkward because, I mean, weird for me because, like I said, Jay-Z got whole albums of R. Kelly after his cases.
That's not Beyonce.
There, but if you zoom out, it says Christy Teigen denies being on Jeffrey Epstein's island. Like, she's the only celebrity to say anything.
There's the Prince with that one girl.
Prince.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Prince Harry. He's the
Prince
one that's
Harry
been
right
quiet.
there.
Oh, yeah.
With that girl.
That could be anywhere.
I had to find it.
I know. I've seen the picture.
Yeah. It was with the witch girl. I can't think of her name. I'm gonna have to rewatch that doc.
All I know is, what do y'all think they be? Yeah, we was just, I seen them at some industry party. I can't remember what party it was. It was Epstein's Island. That's the industry party everybody goes to.
Right.
Out of the Shadows. Was that the doc?
On
It
YouTube.
was.
On YouTube, yeah. That was clean. Yeah.
Out of the Shadows.
Yeah.
It had the name of that girl on there.
Yeah.
Oh, they took it off of YouTube.
I'm sure they did.
Remember that?
Yeah, that was
The
was
more you were watching
that
it.
wasn't Out of Shadows. That was that coronavirus shit when it first came out.
Oh.
It was like that 25-minute thing. You was like, hey, watch this. And I watched like the first 20 minutes and it literally cut off and I kept trying to play it and it wouldn't work. There was actually this one video about something like that Joe Budden said something about it. And I went to click on it after maybe a week or two after because I'm behind and it was nothing of it existed. I'm thinking, this is crazy.
Yeah, it'd be crazy, bro.
This is
Yeah, it's not on here no
It's
more.
not. Because the one we saw was like almost an hour.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's really not out of here.
nice.
That's crazy how they can do that, bro.
Nice.
Yep.
They shadow banned it.
Yep.
I don't know. All I know is I would like for this to come out, and I wanted to know. I just want to know.
Me too.
I just want to know.
Yeah, but then again, I always think
Ignorance is bliss, but
it'd
be different if we didn't know about Pizzagate, but we do.
But
Yeah, right.
but
like if this was,
but here's what
still-
I've been thinking. If it comes out, hey, then what? What are we doing?
No, I don't need to
And-
do
and
anything. I
B-
can just. I want to be aware.
And B,
Well, you can stop supporting some people.
but B, I look at it from the parents of missing children's lens. How crazy they got to be going. Think about that.
yeah.
If you're a parent with a missing child, you're like, is my child on that? Like,
Right.
right
Like, I
now,
need to
at
go
this
find
moment,
out right now.
I'm going crazy if
I
I
need
got
to
a
go to
missing
this
child
island.
right now. You much rather find out they died.
Or not even that, but just with all the sex trafficking,
That's what I'm saying.
which is all one entail. But I'm saying sex trafficking is so much bigger than this Epstein shit, this Pizzagate shit, because
What?
Right.
there's millions.
That
of,
was just one business. Of
I was
sex
about to say
trafficking.
there's millions of kids that are yearly that get kidnapped, and there's
all
not a
kinds of
million of
countries.
kids.
If you had to compartmentalize it, it would be comparing like sex trafficking, Epstein Islands is that. It'd be like sales and marketing, Apple,
Ex-
Best Buy,
exactly.
Google,
A whole bunch of
Target.
exactly.
Like it would be
exactly.
It's
Right, there's a lot more Epstein Islands out
Yeah.
there.
Right.
Exactly. So I mean, we've seen
A bunch of more
We've seen the
sacrifices.
crazy, we've seen all that stuff, and, like,
Adrenochrome.
parents would much
that shit
rather
is
have-
terrifying.
Yeah.
All that is scary.
I've done seen a million documentaries of missing kids, and every last parent say, "I just want to know, man, because this
Because if my kid's alive,
this
I need
feeling
to.
of my kid could be alive right now calling for me, or my kid could just it crushes you. I can only imagine. Like I don't know if he's alive, or I don't know if he's dead. I don't know if he's missing me. I don't know what's going on.
Man,
So,
as a parent with a missing child right now, you're probably wanting to fly to Epstein Island right now and burn the whole bitch down.
well, as a parent with a missing child in general, you probably ain't feeling too good about that.
right.
Yeah,
That's probably not a good
terrifying.
fucking feeling.
Definitely
At
terrifying.
what point do
thought.
you? I was gonna say, at what point do you chalk them up?
I've thought that.
I don't know if you do.
You don't, and it's
Unless you
hell.
can.
That's hell.
Until you
Right.
find out.
That's hell until you find out.
Yeah.
That's hell. That's literal hell. Because as a parent, there's no way you can turn off
You
that
don't, because
mechanism.
they could be getting tortured. Like you don't know. You
and they could be right somewhere to where you feel like. Me and
it's
Hunter
gotta be
talked about it like
got to be a relief to find out your kid's dead. At that
it
point,
is. It is sometimes because it's like
Like a
that.
month
I've
of a
heard.
year.
I've
Yeah.
heard parents
not
say
after
that.
a week, but
They've said that.
like I can
it
find
was
my
a
kid in a
relief.
week,
It was,
but
it was closure finding
You
out
can
she
finally
died.
turn the search off.
I can
Like,
turn
you
the search off.
Yeah.
and
Nothing's
I
worse
think
than looking for your phone. Like nothing's worse than looking for
I think
something.
parents can.
it is the worst. Like, and you can't find it. Like, fuck.
and they can move on. They can like, in a way,
It's
close
closure.
that chapter.
It's closure.
Right,
It's
in a
definitely
way.
closure. I don't care what you said.
Right.
It's closure,
Yep.
bro. Could you imagine having that open out there the whole time, like not getting closure and like wondering, okay,
Parents think of our parents think of all of us right now on the daily basis of just what the fuck Shane's doing, or hope Shane ate today. Like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Only imagine what they're worrying about if they don't know where you're at and they don't know anything like that. So yeah, that gotta be the parents' biggest fear.
Yep.
Has to be.
I'll tell you right now, it is.
they,
I hate to lose
said it.
my
They've
son.
said this way worse than murder. You'd much rather.
But yeah, I have heard that too.
Worse
I've heard
than
that too.
murder.
Any closing topics, brothers?
No, Jeffrey Epstein's sick.
Sick, man.
Anybody involved with it is sick.
Yep.
Truly involved in
Tupac,
it.
we miss you.
Tupac, we miss you. Kobe, we miss you. Justice for Breonna Taylor, week in, week out. This is bullshit.
Facts.
Say her name.
And real quick, I don't know if you saw.
Get that shit off the NBA court.
Did y'all see that?
Does it
kid?
say her name on the court?
I don't know.
I don't watch
It
it.
better
I think it
not.
might just say
Black
Black
Lives
Lives
Oh
Matter.
yeah.
Did y'all see that little kid who?
Oh yeah.
We can talk
to-
about that.
Real quick. I just wanted the premise. So it kind of brung up.
Are you talking about the dude
Racism
that-
again,
Yeah, I
because-
don't know enough about it to.
All I know
I
is there was
just
a little
saw it.
kid who was murdered.
can't
Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Murdered by a man, and
A
the
black
man went to jail.
Black man.
A black man, and the man went to jail as he should have.
Mhm.
As if you do a crime, you should go to jail. But people was saying,
Where's the outcry?
well, where's the outcry for this little boy who did
Well,
this?
he went to jail.
He wasn't. George Floyd was a felon.
Where's
And
these
George
pro-
Floyd? And he had,
Where's these protests at for this kid?
He had televised funerals, and he had all this stuff.
Well, that's the thing is that
There's no
he
outcry
went to
because-
jail,
And-
and Breonna Taylor's murderers are still
Yeah.
roaming the streets.
someone
Like that's
said-
the thing. Like that's the difference. Like people die every single
well,
day.
someone said, don't compare the victims.
Yeah.
Compare the killers because
Right.
one's free and one's not.
That's the
Right.
thing. That's the whole
That's the
thing.
thing.
We wouldn't be yelling if
Right.
If he was out fucking
said we
just,
wouldn't be
if he was
yelling.
out cooking and barbecuing
Like-
and didn't get in trouble for shooting this little fucking kid in the face, then we would be pissed.
Imagine-
It would be
And
outcry.
It should.
Like-
When I was going, I didn't even. But it should show you. Those people saying that should show you how nasty
they're
they
sick,
think they are.
they're
It
racist,
show
they're
how
sick.
nasty they think because
They're trying to compare everything.
you're trying to compare to justify the fact that you,
You don't.
weren't
And the
upset.
fact,
right.
listen, the fact
About
that
an unjust
the
thing.
fact
Right.
that your comparison is so off shows me how much you don't understand
Right.
because your comparison don't add up.
It
Your
don't matter.
comparison
Right.
just
It
don't. It's like
It's
comparing.
you can't get apples oranges. Like
It's literally like you
They're
can't do it
different.
because
And to me,
imagine being the mother or family member of George Floyd going into that whatever that grocery store was that one cop was just out freely roaming
Oh,
around
yeah,
in
yeah.
and bumping into him and saying, "Well, how are you out right now?"
Right.
That's the thing. So nobody, in fact, and God bless the boy that died.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever going to bump into his murderer
And-
in the middle of the store
Yeah.
and have questions.
There's
for him.
another story going around about that though. That the murderer and the kid's father got into an altercation prior to that happening because the kid's father sells drugs like heroin or meth or something like that. And prior to the shooting, the dad invited the dude over to sell him drugs or do drugs together because I'm pretty sure they both were on drugs, and that the that's the reason the kid.
It wasn't no motive.
Yeah, there was.
Or the motive wasn't like black.
Yeah,
like
no.
racism.
I've read that the dude was trying to kill the dad, and he accidentally shot the son.
I don't know about all that.
But this is what I like. The story is that the kid's riding his fucking bike, and the dude just goes up and shoots him in the head.
Right.
But
There's a backstory.
when he went to. Like when he's telling the police officers or whatever that's not what happened. That's not what I did. Like we were arguing and I was trying to shoot the kid's dad. Yes,
I'm wrong.
Yeah, I'm wrong. I was trying to kill somebody.
But here's where I stand, and here's the difference that I wish the people on the opposing side would understand, that the people that are supporting, not everybody, I'm not speaking for everybody, but the people that are really in support of Black Lives Matter, when we said Black Lives Matter, that also meant that all lives did matter, and we wanted included. So that also meant that
the boys life matter.
Yeah.
We want justice for him too.
Right. And he got
the justice.
And we want that guy in jail.
I haven't seen one person say that guy shouldn't be in jail.
Not one.
That's
we all know.
No, that's
and my point is
that you have to distinguish that, because a lot of people have said that about Officer Chauvin.
That's my point. That's my point.
A lot of people have said, well, nobody looks at that and says that we don't want him in jail. Well, put his ass in jail.
Right.
That's my point.
Exactly.
That's the only thing. It's the time.
Right.
It's the time.
If George
y'all locked his ass up quick.
If that cop would have been, if that video came out and that cop would have been arrested that day and in jail with murder charges, first degree, then riots wouldn't have happened.
He wouldn't even have been locked up immediately.
That's literally my point.
He wouldn't have been locked. If they got in the middle of a gunfight and heaven forbid that kid got shot and killed by a cop, they would have investigated first before they locked him up.
That's my point.
Sure.
I'm not justifying
he probably wouldn't have been in jail.
Right.
Any unjust murder. I'm sorry, people out there that are crazy and try to justify these unjust murders and try to make it. Y'all do it as a defense mechanism because you feel like we're accusing you.
Right.
But me and my brain, how I feel when I see an unjust murder, I get sick to my stomach.
Right.
I can't watch it.
Right.
Because it's a human. So I'm not defending any unjust. I don't care if they're black, yellow, orange. Throw them motherfuckers in jail.
It's
and
just,
the difference with y'all is y'all see unjust murders and try to justify it to really defend yourself because you feel like someone's attacking you.
Yeah, because you don't feel that sickness. You're like, he probably deserves it.
But it's really people who support Black Lives Matter, like you said, are all lives matter. They want justice.
We just want equal justice. That's what we're asking.
And the problem is black people don't get justice.
That's the whole point.
That's literally
the whole point.
In 2 sentences, there's the point, guys. So if you didn't know, now you know.
Right.
Okay?
We agree with justice. We just want it for all.
For us. Can we have some too? Well, not me, but you guys get it.
Meanwhile, y'all agree with justice, but yeah.
So R.I.P. to what's his name?
Cameron.
Very similar situation to Trayvon Martin, man. That's all I'm saying. Both kids, both got shot. One, is still.
Yeah.
What's it? I can't even remember. Zimmerman.
George Zimmerman.
Although we know white people don't look at black kids like they look at Cameron. Yeah. Oh, he was riding a bike.
Right.
Yep, exactly. And that's another point. Like,
right.
There was no outcry. I mean, outside of our outcry.
The only difference is Trayvon bopped George Zimmerman's ass up.
Shit out of George Zimmerman.
And George, I swear to God, bro.
That's the only thing. That's the one thing I love about that.
He should have beat. I swear to God, bro.
I can't believe that George Zimmerman's still walking out. But
yeah, that's another thing. Like,
he's the sickest guy in the world.
He sold the weapon.
Sold all.
I wish Trayvon Martin wouldn't let because
he started on this. His death started this though.
He got his licks in.
He should have killed him.
His death started this.
It's kind of hard when you're a boy and a grown man's wrestling you.
And if he would have killed him, he would have been in jail.
Right? You don't think
that? He thought it was just gonna be a simple matter. I'm duking it out with you. I'm moving on with my day.
Right.
He'd have killed him. He'd have been in jail. Fuck was really out for his head.
About the kid, right?
That's what would have happened if he'd have killed him. He'd be in jail.
Oh, Trayvon would.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Which is crazy.
His death started all this though.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
yeah.
Which is crazy. And rest in peace, Trayvon Martin, for real.
Rest in peace to anybody who has an unjust murder throughout time.
Black, white, yellow, it don't matter.
All of
anybody.
It's just sick. It's sick. It's a sick world.
We're all humans at the end of the day.
And we all just want to live.
Yep. And love.
Yep. Say love to your loved ones.
Yep.
Yes. Please do.
Say prayers for the people that need them.
Yep.
20, like I said,
and for the people that don't need them.
2020 has been bad, but 2020 has been really bad for some people.
Agreed.
So.
Episode 49.
Episode 49 in the fucking books.
Yeah.
Take it away.
I did have some closing thoughts, but I'll save them. Yeah. 2020 just keeps hitting closer and closer to home. I was literally thinking about that in the shower, like, fuck. You know, we thought that this year was bad for all of us. Like Hunter said something really, really, really important. Can't remember when. He was saying we're all dealing with coronavirus. Like that sucked on its own, but then you got people dealing with. No, my brother just died too,
Right.
And I can't even have a funeral.
You're crushed because coronavirus. No, add that my brother died on top of that.
That's what they call a double whammy on Guitar Hero.
Right.
Double whammy, right?
So I just wanted to highlight that. This is episode 49 of the Know-It-All. Shout out to Khalil. First time.
Facts.
Had to come through.
New dad on the scene, killing the game. 3 weeks in, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Many more to go.
Your son's gonna watch this podcast.
Yep, I'm gonna show him.
Hey, yeah, for sure.
That'd be clean.
Shout out him. That's
People's been mad at me because I've been saying a different saying, so I guess I'll say, as we like to say, peace, love, and all the above. This is the Know-It-Alls and we're out.
I do like that one.